Hello. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? 1 second, guys. Still getting ready. Okay, rainy day stream. Is it raining here still? I think it was raining this morning, but yeah, it's a bit of a rainy day. It's a bit of a bad weather day, but also kind of relaxing in a lot of ways. So, I mean, I'm here for it personally. Whew, I woke up kind of late today, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I aimed to wake up an hour earlier than I actually did, but I did not. By the way, I just bought the base kit of GMK Tribal. It's such a beautiful set. I'm in love. Dude, Tribal is a ridiculously nice set. I'm glad you picked it up, Comic. It's truly one of my favorites over the last year. It's raining so hard outside. I swear to God, I just looked out the window and it seemed like it just stopped. Maybe different areas. Or maybe it's gonna travel further down here. Good afternoon, DNA. How you doing? I'm gonna build my Dune. I want to rebuild my Dune. I want to try the Dune with full travel switches. Because I did the Dune with long poles. Got and built my Dune. What did you build it with, Random? Well, now I'm so curious. I guess everyone got their Dunes recently. Also, what's up, JJW? How you doing, man? What's up, guys? After being stuck at customs for 3 months... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I read that as you were stuck at customs. Like, I'm like, damn. How did that happen? Tell me the story. No, you mean your keyboard. I finally built my Cycle 8 yesterday. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, wrong button. What'd you end up building it with? Tribal will go beautifully with the Manta. It honestly, there's a few colors it could go really nice with. I have Nixies on Alu in mind right now. Hell yeah, dude. Do you like it with Nixies? My first time catching a stream, I just bought a Neo 65 and I can't wait for it to get here. Did you buy the CU or the Core? That's the question. CU or Core? Type R spacebar and oh my god, it hits. Oof. Damn, I need to change mine up then. What's the difference between long pull and full travel? Well, I mean, typically long pull switches not only feel different, but they sound different. It's a longer center pole of the switch stem, so it makes it bottom out quicker typically, and then it also makes the pole bottom out, not the rails on the side. So usually a little bit louder, I'd say. Hey Alex, hey chat, how's everyone doing today? What's up, Scrubs? How you doing? It was the Core. CU wasn't in the budget, unfortunately. Benjamin, let me tell you, I think you made the better choice. I kind of like the Core more, man. It's one of those things where I was telling even one of my other friends, because he told me he ended up buying the Core after watching the stream. Genuinely, the Core sounded a little bit better. I will admit the CU did look miles better, but like the Core I felt like was the better feeling and better sounding board to my preferences. So the great thing is got Tribal 35% off at Jay's open day yesterday. Jay had a sale yesterday? Damn, I should have looked. Do I need long pull stabs with long pull switches? My answer to that is no. But some people might argue against that. I don't think you do. I don't think you do, man. I think you can skip that. I just bought the 60 core, 60 CU, 65 core. Hold on, wait, what? Can't wait. You bought like literally everything, I guess, Sushi? Damn, dude. Enjoy it all when it gets there. My keyboard was ticking for like a year and a half. Thought it was bad stabs. Then I was recommended shims for my stabs, and all of a sudden perfect. Guess the PCB was too thin. Was it a 1.2 mil PCB? Was it a 1.2? Today, guys, we're doing the Cloudline V2, and I have. So, by the way, this is not a sponsored stream. This is just a build I'm doing for Mr. JJW. This is something that I mean, I'm in love with the way the Cloud9 looks. So this is going to be just my honest take at this. The board's being sent back. He did send us some stuff to give away. I don't know if we'll do this today, I'm thinking in the future, but we're going to be giving away some play trays. Oh, if it wants, it's kind of hard to focus on the box here. Here we go. We're going to give away some play trays. Probably not today, but we'll probably give them out in the next like week or two because I have something else planned for a giveaway today. But yeah. Hi, Plus. How you doing? I stopped using long pull stabs with long pull switches since I kept running into travel issues, especially when the switch travel measurement isn't accurate. You end up with stabs bottoming out. Yeah. You know, I haven't experimented that far into it, but I can imagine there being some issues like that. So. Sniper, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. And Avo, thank you so much for 39 months. Oh gosh, I'm hiccuping. Thank you so much, guys. I did try the cork. It was unique. I wouldn't say it was like enough to sell me on the board just as a thing.
After 39 months, I have run out of original things to say in TTS. Wow, that is a very long time.
Avo, you didn't get scammed. You just had to go through the other one. What's up, though, Avo? I just reserved an aftermarket Haven TKL. I hope I don't regret it. I don't think you will. The Haven's a beautiful keyboard. It's just, I think getting those out to people took longer than I think people anticipated, but nearly impossible to find a proper job in Toronto. It's been a rough year. Oh my God, dude. I have had friends tell me this. I've had a sibling of mine tell me this. I don't know what's going on with the job market. Well, I know what's going on, but I just hope, at the end of the day, you end up finding something. Don't give up. You know, I've had friends tell me they've had to put like, you know, so nice. a crazy amount of resumes in. So just keep trying your best. Keep your head up though. Okay. Like I know it's tough. Try to maybe go to some networking events too. Believe it or not, those really, really, really help. Simp, thank you so much for the 2 months here. Wow to you as well. Thank you. Gotta support Canadian content. Thank you, Sniper. Drop the lore? Siblings? Well, I have 2 siblings, so. Tell me about it. I was looking for jobs across GTA and just got one. Yeah. I mean, even my last job was before this whole job market thing became really tough to get, and I had to basically get a job. My last job, I had to basically start off as a contracted position. And then, because it was a contracted position, it wasn't exactly, like, it didn't pay very well. And then eventually, I got hired full-time with them. But it took a little while. And that was before everything kind of went to shit, so. The new Haven 65 looks ugly. Really? I looked at it the other day. I thought it looked pretty nice. Maybe we have different tastes, Big Boss. I liked it, though. I thought it was nice. Nah, I'm the only person in... I think me and my dad are the only people who really enjoy the keyboards. We're scrubs. U of T, Ryerson, and York do job fairs. Try going those. Yeah, those are good to go to as well. Thank you, CN Rudy. Appreciate the prime, bro. Do you reckon the 65CU would sound better with shortened feet on the front? No, it needs longer feet. Well, it needs shorter feet, and then it needs them to be longer, like height-wise. Or I guess taller, rather. But yeah, I talked a little bit about that in my written review. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be doing the 60 core review this week as well, like the written review portion of it. And I'll talk a little bit more about, you know, my thoughts there too. But primarily, you can see it in the video and even see it in my written review there too. But it's not a big deal for the 65CU, but like I do think the feet are a bit of a miss, and I'm kind of curious as to why they decided to go with that, but it is what it is. Giova, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Less than 3.
Damn, 53 months. Thank you so much, brother. But yeah, I think it needs taller feet. Is what it is. All right. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone did. Actually, I want to see this play tray before we do anything crazy. So we won't give this away today, just because I didn't really plan. I didn't even know these were going to be in the box, to be honest. But I did ask JJW when he said we could give these away. So these are the V2 ones, right? I don't think I've seen these in person yet. Oh, this is pretty. Claim. Does this come off? Oh, it does. Is this like a little Interesting. So there's like different O-rings for that? That's cool. Do you hide stuff there? Is that what that is for this one? This is really pretty. No cat in that one? Damn, this one spins pretty nice.
Damn, 31 years.
31 years? God damn. Good for screws. I'm guilty of putting screws in there and never removing. Honestly, I feel like I would probably do the exact same thing, dude. This would be like my little screw graveyard, and the top would be my spring graveyard. It's not even. I know it leans this way a little bit. Just leave me alone. I haven't adjusted all the feet yet. I think I talked about. Oops. I think I talked about this the other day. I'm still not 100% happy with my desk setup area-ish. So, hey, listen. I think I did a pretty good job on leveling the majority of my desk, though. Okay. I think I did. Whatever, man. Silva, I love you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. How often do you groom your facial hair? Dude, I've been... I guess a little off-topic thing. I've been pretty bad with that stuff lately, man. I just don't... I don't do it as often as I used to. No, it's not curving. Guys, listen. Don't spread rumors. It's not curving, okay? My desk is not bending. Don't spread rumors. I don't need this. I don't need this. Oh, there's even like a little instruction manual for this. If it wants to focus. There you go. Cool. Frank, my guy, it's Sunday. What the heck? Cool. We'll take a look at the other colors too, because I think JGW sent me a few colors. But let's actually look at the keyboard. I want to look at the keyboard now, so let's take a look at the keyboard. So, hold on one second. Let me just pull up my documentation here. Oh, did I close it all? I did close it all. You know why I closed it all? Because I'm trying to still figure out how the hell Photoshop HDR works. And it's so annoying. I hate the new HDR feature so much because it looks cool, but it doesn't... Like, I don't love the way it saves, and it makes no sense because I don't have an HDR monitor, but apparently I can apply an HDR gain map to it. But then when you go to save it, even though, again, I don't have an HDR monitor, it's just like, no, you can't save this thing. So, anyways, it's ridiculous. I hate it so much. All right, so let's take a look at the board. It's Sunday, time to get on my knees and pray. Yeah, no sussiness today. Is Bull here? Hi, Bull. Okay, I guess little information. So this is going to be the Cloudline V2. If you guys remember the Cloudline, the original one, it was a gorgeous board. Honestly, I loved it. I think the cool designs were on the inside, and, you know, the rest of the stuff, as beautiful as the board was, I would have loved to see some of those internals exposed on the externals. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised today. This is not a rerun. This is also not backwards compatible, I believe. I think I did read that when I was rereading this sheet this morning. It's not backwards compatible, and it's going to be pre-order in stock, kind of interchangeably. Basically, everything's already produced, but they're just preparing to ship it from the manufacturer to the vendors. The vendors are going to be JJW for US, Swag Keys for Korea, Pantheon Keys for Singapore, and then Mino Keys for Canada, Prototypist for UK, Keygem for EU, and then I don't know where my fingers are going here, but Switch Keys for Australia. Prices start at about $520. There's also a special edition version, which I don't remember the price of the special edition. I don't think that's listed on here. But it's basically an all-steel one, but I think it's like $920, $930. Yeah, it's something like $900. I don't know how many units there are going to be. That was not listed here as well. Of anything, but I know the special edition one is going to be even more, I guess, limited, I guess, is the right word to use. But it's a special edition one meant for people who want, you know, the craziness of having something super special edition. But in terms of specs of the keyboard, we're looking at a 7-degree typing angle, I think the unit we got today is going to be an F12 TKL full/win keyless. PCB supports ISO, split backspace. We can take a look at that here in a bit. We have a PCB by McLovin. We have aluminum, stainless steel, and brass. We'll show you guys all that too. It's going to be about 5 pounds built, so 4.9 pounds built. It is a 17.1 millimeter front height with a 21.8 effective front height there. And then mounting will be inverted O-ring / top mount. So now my camera still doesn't like me today, but let's do this. Let us take apart. I guess let's do this first. Let's look at some of this. We got our O-ring here. O-ring and some screws. We'll put this to the side. And we're using MX2As today, as requested by Mr. JJW. And I think we're using the aluminum plate as he requested for this build. PCB. I don't know what this part is. I think this is just a different bottom, but we'll see. So this is my first time opening it as well. I specifically saved this so we're all shocked and surprised. Is this another PCB? I can't tell. What is this? Oh my god, why is there so much? This is another PCB. This is a Line Friends PCB. I don't know what this is for. Maybe this is an alternate PCB for this, which I don't think it would be. Okay, I'll have to ask. I guess it's compatible? I'm not sure. Oh, backup, but from Line Friends is a spare compatible? Okay. So the Line Friends PCB was compatible. I don't know how many people have that one, but just in case, I guess, for today's build. No, the Line Friends collab is done, I think. I don't think that's ever coming back, right? I don't think the Line Friends thing is ever rerunning. I think it was like a one-time thing. Remove the cloth slowly. What kind of stream do you guys think this is today? What kind of stream is this? This is an OP1, yes. Oh, I like the accent over here. That is really pretty. I like the way it kind of arcs down a little bit. Sold. Rocket hasn't even seen the back. So, as we can already tell, the internals have changed. And we all know why, but, well, maybe we all know why. This is the Win keyless version. God, this is a... Yeah, this is a nice blue. Oh, I'm so happy about this. Dude. What did they change? Well, oh, my camera is focusing on the reflection. Oh my god, it does not like this right now. Look at this. I'm so happy we get to see this on the back. Even the weight has changed ever so slightly. It's nice. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. Hopefully my camera does not try to focus on itself. This is real pretty. I think this is the same blue as the derivative. It looks exactly the same. I don't have a blue derivative, but damn. Even just this little scoop on the weight over here, you can see by the shadow, it just makes this look just that much more elegant. The framing of the weight as well. God, this is pretty. That is... Is it scratched? No, nothing's scratched. There are designs in the top. Those are supposed to be shooting stars, and the rest are stars. There's clouds, there's a moon, and there's some birds. Yeah, this would be laser etched, guys. I don't think you can do this with anything else but laser. Gorgeous. Here's the side profile if you guys want to see that. Gorgeous. So, box unwedged with a little bit of a taper over here. Well, a little bit of an arc down, you can say. Dude, the birds are a nice touch. Yeah, this is by far one of, if not probably the prettiest, I'll say one of the prettiest TKLs I've ever seen. It's so stunning. Yeah. Stunning, dude. Here, I'll let you guys stare at it some more. So pretty, dude. What do you guys think? This blue is beautiful. Yeah, I'd even say that, I mean, this kind of has a, I don't know if my camera's picking it up super well, but I would also say it leans just like ever so slightly green. Maybe my camera's not doing a great job of picking it up. But I would say, like, if you match Norse with this might work really well. Mandalorian on this? It is gorgeous. Do we have to build it? Can we just, like, stare at it all stream? Do you guys want to do anything here? The feet are nice placement on these, in case you guys are wondering. Some other stuff. Exposed screws in the back, which I like. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking keyboard. Keyboard shines brighter than my future. Striker would look interesting on this too. I don't know if this is the right blue for Striker, but the good thing is that after you build it, you can still turn it upside down. Yeah. Time to take out JW keyboard to use right now. Should I go grab the derivative? The urge for Alex to not put Norse on here must be insane. It is tough, but I don't think we're going to be using Norse today because I have Norse on the other, I think the core, which I haven't taken photos of fully yet, so. Space Cadet could be interesting. Get the derivative keyboard, man? Okay, fine. 1 second. So nice.
Wow, 17 months. You do have to build it, but we can keep staring at you. Wow, wow. Hope you're having a great weekend, Alex. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, hold on 1 sec. I need to dust this. Thank you so much. Who did that? BRS, thank you, dude. My display unit is a little dusty. One sec. It's gonna get loud. Sorry, guys, for everyone's ears that had to deal with that. Well, now I'm switching to my derivative. Firefly on this. Firefly could look interesting as well. What duster is this? It's by a brand called Hodo. Apparently they're kind of weird when it comes to like dealing with creators though. So I don't know. I like it, the product though. The product's real nice. But apparently they're kind of like scummy, I've heard. All right, maybe Fundamentals, maybe Firefly. I like both of those suggestions a crap ton. So do I even want to build this? Like, this is so pretty like this. Can we just, like, call it a stream? I think everyone gets the point. I don't know. Big Loot, thank you so much for the Prime. Oh, by the way, in case we hit the sub goal today, the giveaway will be a classic TKL. Brand new for you guys to build. I won't tell you guys the color. I'll leave it a surprise. Okay, so I guess we'll just use this PCB. Let's take a look at the PCB then. Final Fantasy? No, not the Final Fantasy one. Is this tape on this or something? Do I leave this, JJW? I don't know if he's still here, because I know he has to go soon. I don't know, I feel like there's some tape on this. Should I just leave that? I don't know if this is like part of the prototype thingy here. Beautiful red PCB. The cutout is crazy. Dude. Oh my god. Aka, thank you so much for the 10 tier ones, dude. Very, very kind of you. Yeah, I mean, we got lots of compatibility on this. Minus the space bars, but it makes sense. Thank you, JJW. I appreciate the 10 as well, bro. Damn. So we have 2 slots here, one for the LEDs, because there is a little bit of RGB accent. I don't know if you guys knew that, underneath this little arc over here. You can't really tell just by looking at it, but that will be for this, and then this will be for the daughter board inside. Also, yeah, JGW, is this a sticker? Should I remove this, or do I leave this? Is this part of the... I'll just leave it, I guess, right? I don't know if I'm supposed to. You can remove it? Is it hard to remove? Oh, no, it's easy to remove. Oh, yeah, okay, so that makes the whole thing look way cleaner. Very, very nice. If you guys type in !build, I've included the link to JJW's website. But for now, like there's no buy page. I don't think you've set up a store page, right, JJW? I don't think there is one. There's a store page, but it's out of service? Okay. Or out of stock, rather. Out of stock. Okay, I didn't realize there was a store page. Anyways, everything should be on the GGW website if you guys want. Damn, this is a really pretty PCB, though. Really, really cool. All right, I guess let's start doing some stabilizers. Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, I think a really important note here, too. Just like I believe the original one, if memory serves, the original one also worked with screw-in stabilizers. Now, I think there's a small note about screw-in stabilizers here. Screw-in stabs can be used on the Cloudline V2, but only on solderable PCBs and stiffer plates. This is because the O-ring escape goes above the stabilizers, which maybe we can see in the plate, which we'll take apart here in a second. So you can use screw-in stabs with the O-ring, but it needs to only be on the solderable unit, in case someone was wondering. Where's the LED for the accent? You can see the cable right over here. So the LED is on a separate daughter board, in case you guys were wondering as well. Can you explain why the PCB looks like that? I'm assuming to give some room for the LEDs. See how this sits over here? And the parts for the LEDs. Maybe to give it some breathing room. We'll take this apart here right now, because we need the plate, so. Or actually, should I? Nah, we'll take the plate out first. We shall take the plate out. Is it this bit? Perfect. So it's going to be a pre-order / in-stock sale. I would assume more so a pre-order. It's going to be expected March 22nd for pre-orders, according to this pamphlet. And I guess I don't exactly know the full scope of when they're shipping out, but apparently all the units are already made. They're just waiting for them to ship from the manufacturer, or preparing rather. So that would be the information that I have for you. I don't know if JGW wants to go into more detail about that, but that's all I have. Airline vibes? Do you think so? Actually, let's use this. I have a screw tray here. Hope it's tastier than the last one. Tastier? Excuse me? Hello, a bit late. What are we building? A Cloudline V2. A much awaited build from a lot of us. Even the insides are great. Oh, so that piece you sent over is an extra internal piece. So this is the brass internal piece, and I'm assuming... Is this a stainless or an aluminum extra piece, JGW? And it tells you even where to lift when you want to take this out. Alu internal. So you could play around with sound profiles if you want to switch back and forth, guys. Interesting. Very cool. The inside, also, it looks very nice too. Like I like the internal brass weight kind of sitting around the edges here. Interesting choice too, because lately I've been kind of preferring when the switches for the alphas sit above an aluminum piece. So I kind of like that it's sitting on something different there, at least kind of positioned like that. Very cool. Yeah, the resonance kind of changes depending on what you would lay here. So that's kind of neat. I like that a lot. Very, very neat. And then there's that daughter board in case you guys were wondering for the LEDs. It's already screwed in, but that's how that would look. And again, this is top mount and O-ring. So we're going to probably start with O-ring. Now, last time I built a Cloudline, I think there was a bit of a trick that people did, and we did too, which was kind of doing both. And I think that was the preferred that we just did. You did the O-ring plus screw it in for top mount. But we'll do both today, and then we'll do the combo. Do thicknesses of O-ring for O-ring mounted boards affect sound? Thicknesses. I wouldn't play around with thicknesses too much, but technically it could affect how well it fits into a piece, into a case. I would play around with the hardness of an O-ring. So here's the plate. Interesting. Even the clouds on the plate, just extending that to the internals just makes this so much more pretty as well. Like, it's just thoughtful little things like this that I think separate this particular board and kind of help justify the price even more so. It is a gorgeous board. Very, very cool. The clouds on the plate are a nice touch. Yeah, just little things like that. Very nice blue, too. Okay, let's just put this down for now. Very nice. Very, very nice. Would you say this in the F1.8X endgame level TKLs? All right, I'm going to give you my normal answer, WX, because I feel like the word endgame is very personal, right? I don't know. I don't know what your endgame TKL is. I think if you only ever had money for one board ever in your entire life, you know, and you're asking me for my opinion, I think this is a lovely board. And I think this, you know, visually would be very timeless and even be a conversation piece and something you would appreciate for a very long time. So I think it's worth the money in that sense. Like, I like more timeless things or just stuff that doesn't feel like it's going to be very dated on the desk right away. F1, same thing. I think the F1 is a very timeless looking keyboard. Sound-wise, I don't know. I haven't built it yet. I'm hoping it sounds good. But, I mean, some people consider, you know, the Kaze as an end game. Or, you know, some people would say, like, the ASCII F is their end game. Or some people even would say a Neo keyboard is their end game. So it's just whatever you want to be the final thing you ever purchase in a hobby. And I think there's always also a little bit of, you know, hear me out. I hate going on this rant, but I also love going on this rant. I think there's a bit of sadness for me when I think of something as an end game product. Because that just means, in a lot of cases, my journey is going to stop on, you know, where I'm kind of ending up now, which is maybe the best keyboard in the world or whatever. So I think, you know, there's a lot more to consider when something's like one and done type thing. But yeah, anyways, it could be your end game. I think it's a lovely keyboard in that sense, but it's very personal. You could hate this design and I could love it, right? All right, let's start doing our stabilizers. Where did I put the stabs? You sent over night stabs. Are they both the same? God, this box art for these night stabs is ridiculous. Yeah, they're both the same. Okay, let's use this one. The true end game is Alexotos stream you watched along the way. Thanks, Moldy. Ooh, my camera's hating this. Some with TX housings. Oh wait, sorry, but some with TX housing for spacebar. Are these so they're different? Which ones are the ones with TX housings? Uh-oh. I sent them somewhere in the big box. Oh, hold on. Was there more in the big box then? Maybe it's like lost in all the bubble wrap. Okay, 1 second. Maybe it's in the bubble wrap. 1 sec, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, JGW. I don't see a set of extra stabs there. I mean, the other switches, which I already knew about, but... Possibly in the tub. Well, unfortunately, the tub of MX Blacks... Oh, here. Is this it? These actually exploded in transit. This whole lid came off. I thought that was just an extra switch. Yeah, these, there was MX Blacks everywhere, and there was a little smidge of a rip in the box, too. So I am not sure if some fell out of the box in transit. I really hope not. We'll see. I counted them and it looked like there's enough, but I don't know how many you actually sent. Okay, so we're gonna use this for Peter. Thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. This for just the spacebar. Okay. Spacebar and backspace? Oh no, I guess we don't need to worry about backspace. It's TKL. I'm stupid. Alright. Guess we don't need these either. Do I need to change the focal point on my camera? We might have to. You know what? I'm just going to leave this here, and you guys can look at the beautiful box art of the Swag Keys Night Stabs. The beautiful, beautiful box art. These are... that's a great question now. Are these MX2As or just... which version of these? I thought for some reason these were MX2As this morning when we were talking GGW. Are they Hyperglides or are they MX2As? Important question, actually. I don't know what RT means. Old retools? Oh, retooled. Okay. Okay, so these are not MX2As. I'll change the command afterwards. Oh yeah, these have been desoldered. Cool. Either way, there's not going to be a crazy big difference. The only big difference I'd say is the Hyperglides. I don't really like Hyperglides all that much. I thought those were like the weakest of all the cherry switches. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hyperglides. So we'll need 4 of these and then one of the other ones. 2, 3, 4. So on another conversational note, guys, I've been seeing so many videos and people just losing their mind over Pokemon cards lately. And I guess I'm a little confused. Are Pokemon cards just like back in right now? Or is there like a new set that came out? But I feel like this happens like once every year, where there's like one set of Pokemon cards that everyone's supposed to like fucking go nuts over. So people filling their Gamba addiction. Fabs, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Is that what's happening right now again? People are just going crazy for it? Oh, I guess I need this stab wire for this too. Yeah. Let's use this one here. Sorry, I thought there was a stab wire in there. Effective marketing pushed during desperate times, playing the urge to find a big score. But I guess I'm also a little bit confused with Pokemon cards too. Like, are people paying those aftermarket prices on cards that people say? Because when you look at some of those cards, like the eBay listings don't move for like these chase cards that people want. Or at least I'm seeing that they don't move. So people do pay those prices. That's crazy. I get it. I get people collect things, but damn. I feel like it slowed down a little bit, and then it got really crazy again with cards. But not common people, streamers do. It's wild too. The most expensive don't move, but the slightly lower priced ones do, thinking they're getting a better price. I wonder if people like also try to flip those too. One sec, guys. Let me get some. What mouse is that? This is the... Damn, this mouse has been popular. OP1W4K. I've been loving this thing. I've been meaning to switch it back to my other computer, so this might not stay here very much longer. I might bring my Sora V2 back down, because I've been actually preferring this one to play video games with. I also really like this to work with. So, hell, I might even pick up a second one of these eventually, but the Sora V2 is also amazing. Brush. Yeah, I just dropped something. That's okay. You should give me the OP one instead. It is a fantastic mouse, Elk one. Why don't you use a Wacom tablet? Dude, I had one at one point. A Wacom tablet, or however you actually pronounce it. I used to do a lot of digital art. I kind of stopped in recent years. But the iPad with a pen now feels just as good. If you get a second one, check out the white one. Doesn't show the fingerprints. I don't know how I feel about having a white mouse. I feel like that would kind of not be my vibe for the setup here. For this setup anyways. I feel like that'd be like a little bit too distracting. I feel like the black mouse is a little bit more low key. Not as like in your face. If I end up with an OP1, I'm blaming Alex. Don't blame me, man. Wait, could you repeat what you said about hyperglides versus MX2As? I had my fan on, so it was hard to hear. No worries. I just don't like hyperglides, period. I find with hyperglides, like, unless you mod them a very specific way, they become, for me, a little bit tolerable. But I've always found hyperglides to be plasticky sounding and thin. And I know the big thing is to break in hyperglides to create, like, ultra glides or whatever people label them as. And I think those are even worse. I never got into the hyperglides, period. Like, I just was never into them. So nice. They were never my thing. Do you have a favorite full-size keyboard you can recommend? At the moment, the best full-size I've used in recent times that I think is a good price and stuff is the Intro. But I don't think that's open right now. If you're not going for an Intro, I don't know what's available at the moment. I really don't. Doesn't your derivative use hyperglides? I don't remember what my derivative has in it. Like I said, you can make hyperglides okay-ish. And I think maybe if I did use hyperglides there, I kind of tune them to my preference. But I'd much prefer MX2As or older cherry switches. I never fully got into the whole hyperglide thing. People have sent me some good modded ones. I've modded some decent ones, but in my opinion, they just take way too much work to mod. And I'm not ever 100% happy with the sound signature. Personal preference, though. From a documentary on YouTube, people gravitate towards nostalgic memorabilia in times of difficult economic times. Basically, nostalgia can be used as a coping technique. I guess for that, I don't have a problem. You know what I mean, Rudy? But, like, I think my issue, and I've not spoken out like it matters or anything, but, like, my big problem with just people in general is just how stupid resellers can be towards one another and just people in general. I really have, like, and maybe this is a hot take, maybe this is rude of me to say, like, I kind of don't have respect for those type of people who just take advantage and just buy out fucking inventory to resell things. I think it just ruins just a hobby for just people who want to be involved in something, and if they're having tough times, you know, that was their escape, and now it's just suddenly even more difficult to have entry into that escape. We've had that in the keyboard hobby. It's what made me not build computers anymore. I just think they're just not good people. Like, I get it, you want to do your hustle, but at the end of the day, like, you're just creating barriers for people, and you're kind of being a gatekeeper in a lot of ways. So you've just put up a barrier, and you're saying, I'm taxing you for entry now. That's it. Like, you're the one who put up the barrier. It's not like the barrier was there and you're helping people past it. You put it up. It's not nostalgia when you buy 20 boxes. You're targeting the nostalgic people. Yeah. The dumbest thing I've ever heard a resale tell me, and it was during keyboard stuff. It was for... Okay, let me tell you guys a story. Basically, we're doing stabs anyways. Stabs is kind of boring to watch. Basically, the dumbest thing I've ever heard a reseller tell me was I was helping a friend source a... what are those called? Camlink 4K. And we had a mutual person that we knew who was selling them. And he bought... We thought he had like an extra one or something. Turns out he just straight up told us he bought like 30 off Amazon. This is when COVID hit. So he bought like 30 or 40 off Amazon. And then Amazon had none left in stock. And instead of just selling them for retail or whatever, of course he has to make profit. And his ideology was he is taking a cut because he's getting these cam links into people's hands who actually need them. And I'm pretty like vocal with my thoughts. So I was just like, isn't that kind of ass backwards? Aren't you kind of an idiot? And he was dead set on like, no, because there are people who are going to sell them for even higher. And I'll only take a $10 cut instead of a $50 cut to get them into people's hands. Isn't that what the retailer's for? Like, isn't that why they've made a... It's just... It's like the dumbest things I've ever heard, you know? Like, okay. So yeah, that's something I heard from someone who I actually knew. And that was their ideology, that they're doing us a favor. And I was like, okay, thank you. Aesthetic, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it, man.
I love keeps and hate flippers.
Yeah, same, bro. The mental gymnastics greedy people use to justify their greeds truly astounds me. Yeah. He kept going with it, too. He kept, like, trying to explain to me why his ideology was so much superior to everyone else's. And I'm like, okay. 11 people are stupid as fuck, yeah. Have you ever used Get on Ink V2 Pro Stabs? I've used ink stabs. They're good. They're not something I commonly buy just because I don't think a lot of people carry them. Do a lot of people carry ink stabs these days? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I don't think a lot of people sell them, but they're good. Like, I've used them. So if you happen to have a set, they're good. Now, I don't know if the ones I've tried were called Pro Stabs, though. That I'm not too sure. But they're ink stabs I've definitely tried. I recently got a new GPU, and I was selling my old one. I specifically put in my listing that it only accept offers from end users, and I got lowballs from people who wanted to resell it. Yep, which is also incredibly frustrating for everyone, too. Speaking of ink stabs, have you tried Duroc V3s? No, I haven't yet. I haven't because... Actually, I don't have a good reason for you guys. I just have not purchased a set yet. I'm still going through like my other... I bought a ton of cherry stabs, as you guys know, and then I also bought a ton of Type Plus stabs. So I'm trying to go through those before I jump and buy more stabilizers. So the answer to that is just not yet. Market right now just fucking sucks ass. Yeah, a lot of stuff just sucks ass right now.
Cloudline Pog.
Cloudline Big Pog, dude. Thank you, Koya. Appreciate that, man. Interesting choice of mouse. Did I make a good choice? Is it an interesting good choice or interesting bad choice? If you're going to resell a used thing, at least provide some value. Like, one guy I know buys cameras, fixes them. I think, Dot, I love that. I think that that is not only a good way to resell things, but you're also... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, you're recycling something that you're kind of upcycling. Is upcycling the right word there? Is that how am I using upcycling? Anti-waste is a good thing too. Like, I think that's a good way to do things. I think that's probably one of the best ways. Even with clothing, I've seen people like fix up clothing or like take old things and again upcycle them. So I love that. I think that's fantastic when you can provide value to people who maybe would have thrown out something. Yeah, screw and stabs apparently do work, but JJW, this is not my board, so JJW requested that we use these for this. I don't know if JJW wants to provide insight, but you can technically use it. All right, let's leave this one here, but then put the wires in. Now with night stabs, I only use 205, so we're not going to go crazy with dielectric today. Even with TX clip-ins. Screw-in stabs work, but clip-ins are preferred. I'd only trust screw-in stabs with metal plates, though. Yeah, honestly, if I were to buy this board today, I'd probably just use clip-ins, if I'm being real with you guys. I know JJW is here saying they can work, but you'll probably have a hell of an easier time just using clip-ins here. Let's just keep it a buck. Plus, if you buy hot swap, you know, all that jazz, just use the clip-ins. Where did this little piece come from? Let's put this back here. LA Marathon is happening and had to take the longest detour to go to work. Saw a guy selling egg sausage muffin sandwiches by a reservoir on the sidewalk and had to get one. Damn, it was bomb. Dude, you can't go wrong with the classic breakfast sandwich like that, dude. You just can't go wrong with that. You can't. You really can't. It's too good, as always. So we had this morning as well. We just had eggs, sausage, and a bagel. That's what we had this morning. That's why I was like 5 minutes late. We woke up. We had a late night just because we were we were doing stuff. We had some friends, not over, but we had friends that we went to go see, and then ended up talking for a while. So then we kind of went to bed late. So I had an hour late start this morning, so it's kind of slowed me down all day. But you know what? You live once. It's nice. It's nice hanging out with people. Regardless of what works and what board, would you prefer clip-ins or screw-ins in general? I am on team. Well, okay. For me personally, I like clip-ins, but I know for a lot of people, I think screw-ins is probably the better answer. Truth be told, I just think that screwing something in and having it secure against a PCB will provide a lot less of a problem for a lot of people. But for me, I prefer the clip-ins. No, eggs are... I've seen the prices of eggs in America, and our eggs are not that expensive here. I think we literally got eggs for $3.50 the other day, Canadian dollars. $6 to $8 a carton. Yeah, there are like the organic ones you can get, like those really crazy expensive eggs you can get here for $6 or $8 a carton, but like very rarely do we ever get those. Maybe I can count on 2 fingers the amount of times we've got those. Which stabs are we using? So we're using night stabs for everything but the stabilizer, or for the spacebar stab, and then we're using TX stabs for the spacebar. So the clip-in for the spacebar here. Egg resellers are going to start popping up. Bro, don't even joke around about that, Peter. That would be absolutely wild. So I have a question for you guys, too. Have you guys lost any friends to Monster Hunter recently? Like, have they just disappeared because they're playing Monster Hunter? I have. You just see them whenever we have free time now. We used to all play, and then I just like go on Steam and I'm like, oh, they're playing Monster Hunter. So I have one friend that I lost to it. Lol. Yeah. It looks like a good game. I just lost myself. Oh no, that's even worse, bro. It looks like a good game. I just to fork out more money on a video game right now. The real business move is getting chickens and making your own eggs. Honestly, true, Dot. Oh, let's put this back here. I'm an electrician for career and... wait, what happens, right? I'm an electrician for a career with I had done more electric stuff. What do you mean by that, Shocker? You wish you had done more, or wish you had done more electric stuff? What do you mean by that? Wish you had done more. The real business move is getting eggs, so you get chickens, so you get more eggs. True. Or wish you had done more electronic stuff. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I misread that. I think the wish thing threw me off. I don't know, man. I tried getting into World, but maybe I don't have the required muscle memory for such. I also am in the same, like, literal same boat as UBRS. I couldn't get into Monster Hunter. So everyone's saying this is way easier to kind of, like, ease yourself into. But I'm also not that smart of a guy, so... Tarkov has been a really good game. I've been really liking PvE Tarkov, bro. That has been, like, my go-to game right now. You're super smart. What you mean? Thank you. Appreciate you guys. If I want to improve my board thin sound that's using hyperglides, what board is it? Because I don't think just switching to a new switch, like in the same... I think maybe switching to MX2As, but I have 2 other questions. Like, what board is it? And then what plate are you using? And then how did you mod your hyperglides? You wear glasses? According to TV rules, it makes you a certified genius? Thanks, guys. Yeah, I did my first labs run in PvE Tarkov. That was fun. I thought I had ran it a long time ago, but I guess I didn't. But that was nerve-wracking. Me and my brother ran that. I plan on playing a little bit tonight, maybe. But I want to do another labs run now, but I think I need to get more key cards. So I got to go find those somehow. But yeah, it's been a really enjoyable experience so far. Like, I am very much liking playing Tarkov. I think PvE, for me, I would have never went back to the game had they not introduced PvE. I think I just would have left the game as is. JQ, I'm going to be honest, man, I've probably put in like 20 hours so far into PvE Tarkov, which for a game I already had, going back to it, feels really good, and I feel like I'm not done yet. Best place to find them is labs, with the labs keycards. So for me, it's been a really enjoyable experience. I don't know, how much is it to get into the, I guess the PvE Tarkov? Just because I already had the Edge of Darkness edition from when I got it from like way back when the first game was first introduced. Okay, let's put these in. Tarkov actually has official PvE now, or is it modded? No, it's official. And as far as I know, maybe I'm misquoting this, there's no wipes with PvE Tarkov 2, which is like a godsend for me. Because I think that also made me not want to play Tarkov anymore, because I felt like it was kind of pointless since it was wiping all the time, you know? Hello, friends. What's up? How you doing, Gurgle? No wipes? Yup. No wipes. All right. Where did I put that stab? Here we go. And let's get the screwdriver. Here's the bit that I need. I'm tired, big dog. Been grinding work in uni. Bro, I feel you there. Well, how is university been for you? Work, I understand, but school, it's been a little while. How's that going? Other than just grinding it. You can actually get to endgame, which is great for us casuals. Yeah. Plus no hackers. Dude, I can't tell you how much like that game pissed me off with the hackers, man. The hackers were too crazy. Hi, people suffering the same addiction as I do. Is it keyboards? Or is it Tarkov? Just because we happen to be on the topic of. Man, I am scared of going back to school in my 30s. Don't be. Dude, honestly, I was telling a friend of mine, like, if keyboards and content just suddenly either just A, don't interest me, or like B, I just don't want to do it anymore, or something happens, I am not going to fall back into my old job, because I don't think I don't even want to do it anymore. I used to do product photography and website development, and I just don't want to ever do that again. Like, I love product photography when it's on my own terms. I don't like doing it for other people. I would actually go back and probably do like trades. I was thinking more like electrician or something like that, or just something trade related. Well, product photography for other people, I'm just not great at following other people's creative decisions. Because I have my own. That's it. It's a personal thing. It's a personal flaw of mine. But yeah, I wouldn't be scared. I think it's fun to go back and learn, man.
Hey, happy Sunday,
Skibberoo.
Alex. Hope
Thanks,
you're
man.
doing well, my man.
I would say things are going pretty well. How about you? Keyboards is your full-time job? Well, plus Novel Keys is technically my full-time job. So I work for Novel Keys doing keyboard stuff. So it's all in the keyboard realm. But streaming and content creation definitely helps. But technically, yes. Been doing this for a little while now. I might go after my wife finishes her BSN. What's BSN? No, there's no discount codes anymore for Novel Keys. Yeah, nice to be able to work with your hands like keyboards. Yeah. And I think working with my hands and building things has really made me appreciate like just building things in general. So I don't think I can go back to anything else. The only thing I might want to dabble in the future when it comes to work is not product photography, but I wouldn't mind doing like event stuff. That could be cool. But I don't think I have any good experience to even provide people with that. Bachelor's Science Nursing. Is that what that means? Interesting. I did not know that was the short form for that. She's a registered nurse, but going further in her career. That's awesome. So what do you do after registered nurse? I could see you being a really fun wedding photographer. I have offered to so many people, like not random people, friends that know that I take photos, to just like let me take photos. of their events and stuff, but no one ever takes me up on it because they want me to enjoy the event. Because when you're taking photos in an event, you're not enjoying the event. You're working. So a lot of friends have been like, no, I will not have you work during something you're supposed to be having fun at. But I think there's a little bit of an enjoyment of taking photos for me as well during an event. Oh, they got metal. They got rid of the color. Grovemate doesn't sell that particular color anymore. I have no idea why. So it's like a nurse practitioner, and then after they like specialties and stuff. Oh, so you kind of focus in on like one particular medical thing. That makes a lot of sense. I get it. Okay, let's make sure all the stabs work. We're also going to just test the stabs here in a second. Let's put this on, and let's get our switches in this thing. In half a decade coming to my wedding? Bet. Wait, why is one stab north? I don't think that's out of the norm. Isn't that pretty common? You're making me question my sanity here, Flick. Isn't that like pretty common to have the stab being a different direction here in this case? Yeah, it's pretty common, right? Questioning my own sanity here. I'm like, wait, isn't this in like most TKLs? Oh, I need these. What am I doing? I have a very specific job for you at my wedding, Alex. Next to me on the altar. Bro, I can feel my cheeks becoming red. I can feel them. Let me get a little mat for this because I don't want to ruin this desk pad. Where did I put that little desk pad thing? Oh, put it in here. Damn, that was smooth. Ugh. All right, let's do this. Let's test these stabilizers, and then we'll solder this bad boy down. Oaky wood desk mat now, but also no beige option. Okay, let me tell you guys my experience with those felt desk pads. Pause the music here. I love but hate them. Regardless of the pricing of them, those felt desk pads, I find them difficult to clean. So if you do happen to spill something on them or anything, like they're not as washable as the normal desk pads we normally get. They also tend to be a bit more... Okay, so there's a few negatives. Let me go through all of them. If you happen to get them dirty, I have gotten mine dirty. They don't clean very nice. Even if you spot treat them and all that jazz, they don't clean very nicely. They're not machine washable, and they're also extremely rough. They don't feel great on your wrists. If you happen to be using a mouse one day, or I don't know, anything, you happen to rest your hands there. Mouse movement on them is okay. They look really pretty, but again, they don't track very well for a mouse. And then my other negative that I think is really important for us keyboard users, thank you IB, I appreciate the Prime, is if you have a PVD or something polished on your keyboard that faces down, those little fibers are a bit more rough, and they tend to scratch up the weight. So I'm kind of not keen on using them. I mean, that's kind of why you've been seeing me just use the cork. So I'm not super keen on using them these days just for that. But mileage may vary. It depends on even the keyboard itself. But yeah, there's a bunch of reasons. And then also too, like if you solder or do anything with fine particles on your desk, those felt desk pads tend to... particles can get trapped in the fibers of those desk pads, which again, if you're using something that you don't want to be scratched, you could scratch it. So I got a felt, and the amount of stuff that got into my mouse dude, yeah. And even with the mouse too, like a lot of particles, again, like dust settles into those things, and then the mouse becomes super dusty. So I think there's a lot of downsides to using those nicer desk pads. But if you don't care about any of that, they look beautiful, and you're going to really appreciate it. So Yeah, I personally am still on team. I don't really recommend them. And sorry, when I mean felt, I mean those merino wool ones. I should say wool desk pads, not felt. Felt's a little bit different. I should say wool. My mistake. So I would try to stay away from them personally. They're not really my cup of tea. I'm just gonna grab any old keycap set to test here, guys. So just bear with me. Felt is really hard to clean. Yeah. Well, yeah, the wool stuff is really hard to clean. Yeah, they're beautiful for photos. Absolutely. But awful for everything else, in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm just going to test if they actuate. Not for anything else. By the way, really important step to do in my opinion here too. If you're soldering, just make sure everything actuates and you don't hear any weird noises before you start soldering everything down, or else this becomes a giant pain in the ass to do afterwards. Also, JGW, do you want step caps for this or regular caps? Was considering getting Nixies as a new set of switches for a build. What are y'all thinking? Nixies are great, but I also have a personal bias that I really like them. So, well, personal preference, I guess. Maybe, I don't know the right word there. Any recommendations for a numpad or a keyb with a numpad? Try not to spend too much, around 200 for the keyb. It's available for numpads right now. It's on the cheap. I gotta be honest, I don't know what's available. But you could go with, I mean, if you just need any old numpad, hell, just get a Keychron one. But if you're looking for something built in, I don't know what's available at the moment. But if you're just looking for something simple, then just grab like what's available for a numpad. I wouldn't, I mean, personally, as cool as numpads can be, I would never invest crazy amounts of money into one unless it had some special feature to it. The cork one is from Novel Keys. The Boston PLA plastic. Oh, that could be cool. The QK100 also is a full-size board you can get in. The intro, but the intro is over right now. I mean, if you're looking for 100% keyboards that are full-size, I think KBD fans might have a full-size board available at the moment. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the QK101 is really cool too. A bit more stylized. Bye, Sniper. Take care, man. KBD fans does. I have just have one. I saw it the other day. Yeah, I think they also have the Odin. If you're looking for like the Odin's a neat looking board. The Tet was cool. If I worked in finance, I would do a numpad. But aside from that, I mean, I have friends who really like numpads for everything too. Numpads are nice. The leather desk pad is from Turbulent Labs. It's a bit more expensive, but I have to admit, out of all the leather pads I've tried, I think this is the nicest one, but I believe because this is Napa leather, so it's a bit of a higher quality material. But every other desk pad I've tried that's made of leather feels like, whether it was real or not, like felt kind of weird. This is by far like the craziest one. Turbulent. Yeah, I really like this one here. Hell, I was even considering picking up one in a fun color because I think they had one in yellow and I was kind of considering that. But I'm also going to see if they can do one in orange because I think they said they do custom ones. Yeah, Napa feels really nice. Yeah, because I think, do they have a custom sheet for this? They also have headphone bands too, which is really cool. Custom wrist dress? No, but they don't offer orange. Hell, I might even get one custom done because I think I still want a secondary. Like an olive one would be pretty nice, actually. Maybe I can request an olive one. Yeah, an olive would go pretty damn hard on this. Do they have an olive one like pre-made already? No, they don't. They should do an olive one pre-made. Olive would go so nice on this. Yeah, they're expensive for these. I think building my Matrix 8XV or 8XV 3.0 with PP plate and Nixies or GAT inks with CF plate. Well, okay. I would actually go with the CF plate in that particular board. I think that board would sound nice with that. And I'd still go with Nixies. Inks are not my all-time favorite switch, though. So again, might have a bit of bias there. I'm using a Bakaneko aluminum plate, and I just lubed and spring swapped them HG Reds. Hyperglide Reds? And sorry, that was... the question was before how to make it sound less thin. Okay, even better thing to ask you now. If you... I mean, it sounds like you know what you're doing. What durometer O-ring are you using for your board? I only said. It could be as simple as you need to change the hardness of the O-ring you're putting into that board. Like, that literally could be the problem solver there. I actually kind of showed off, was it 2 days ago when we did the O-ring board? That a O-ring hardness can literally change the sound profile of your keyboard. If I redeem something with high channel points, can you keep it on your desk for a week? What is a pancake? I can tell you what durometer I am now. Oh my gosh. Okay, try this. Instead of having to buy all new parts and stuff, if you have a 70A or 90A durometer O-ring, try just swapping the O-ring. 70 is my favorite with O-ring builds. 50's okay. I never really stick with 50. If 50 is my only choice, it's fine, but... EC week with the Agar? I could, if you want me to. You know what, sure. We'll switch to that. Okay, give me 1 sec here, Pancake. We just do like those last 2 rows here, or else it'll bug me. Fuck it, we ball. It's a good idea, Pancake. It is a pretty board. Alright, let me go get it. Let me go find it, actually. 1 second. That's a good idea. Anything that takes that beautiful red patina Pangea off the desk makes me happy. God, I need it. Damn. That's all I gotta say is damn. Now, let me find out. Did I put that back in the box, or what did I do with it here? What did I do with the Agar? I was taking photos of it, and I put it down somewhere. But where? Where have I put it down? It's not here. Nowhere to be found. Agar is lost. I took it. No. It's here somewhere. Just give me a second. Today is a cleaning day for me. Today is going to be a day where I sit down, and that's the only thing I really do outside of streaming, is cleaning this area, because it is a little meshy again. My own fault. Oh, it's literally right over here, I think. Yeah, right here. It's hiding underneath the other Agar. Did everyone survive St. Patty's weekend? I didn't do anything for it. It's right here in case you guys are... That's the Agar. Okay? Right here. Just going to put it above so I can work. The new desert iPhone color? Oh, I didn't even look at the new colors of Apple stuff. What is going on today? It's okay. Everything has a spot now. We have swapped it a lot, though. Close your eyes and do a 720. Yeah, then it'll yeah, for real, always. Do you drink, Alex, or really not? I don't drink much personally, but I'll have a beer once in a blue moon. So I like beer. I used to sort of be into whiskey and rum. sort of. Like, that was like my thing when I was, you know, first trying out alcohols, but I grew out of that quickly just because, I don't know, it was just not something that I felt like I wanted to do in the long run. So I was mostly into beers. I tried getting into wines, didn't really get into wines. But to make a long story short, I cannot really drink anymore. Primarily beer. So I can have mixed drinks, I can have maybe an occasional beer, but unfortunately I have gout, so I cannot really drink much without that flaring up. So if I have more than like 2 beers, it flares up. So it's a bit of an unfortunate side effect, but you know, at the end of the day, it's probably better that I don't really drink alcohol anyways. So yeah, gout is triggered by, at least for me, red meat will do it. Red meat, actually, I need a lot of it to really trigger it, though. Fish will do it, and then, so barley, stuff like that. So beer. Yeah. But to be honest with you guys, the last time I had a beer was probably a year ago, and I had a single beer while I was out. But the prices of beers when you go out, I don't miss it. Alex, I've been sober for 25 years. I am so proud of you, Sean, because honestly, you know, like, it's expensive. It's not great for you. I'm proud of you, bro. Heard it's painful. Does it affect all your joints? So the first time I experienced gout in its like full form of like actually hurting me was about 2.5-ish years ago. 2 years ago. I had made myself chicken. And I told my girlfriend today was going to be a day that I was going to have. I was so proud of myself, guys. I was like, I made like pan-fried chicken, and I was going to have a beer. And I was like, hell yeah, this is like, I'd done that in forever. And that was also like 2 years without drinking as well. So I was like, hell yeah, this sounds awesome. So I bought myself a little 6-case of beer. I was going to have a single beer and some chicken. And I was like, this sounds great. Ate the chicken, had the beer, went to bed. Next morning I wake up and my toe, in particular my big toe on my right foot, was pounding. Like it was hurting like crazy. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it felt like, you know when you just kind of have to crack your knuckle? It kind of felt like that at first. So I was trying to like, you know, move my foot around and I was like, what is going on? And then it became swollen the next day. And then the next day after that, it felt like the joint was about to like, my joint of my toe was about to like fall off. It just felt bad, bro. So I went to the walk-in clinic and they just said, yeah, you have gout. And they said typically it's hereditary. And I was like, oh, okay, which might make sense because I think my dad has the same thing. But they basically said to not go crazy with certain foods, and that if you do go crazy with certain foods, that it could get worse. And it could travel, you know, up to other joints and stuff. But essentially what it is, it's crystals of some sort forming into your joint. I've never had it before because I used to drink beer often. So it wasn't like I had this ever in the past. It's just something that kind of just hit. Yeah, uric acid. It's crystals that form, which kind of make the joint feel really bad. And the only real fix to it is just drinking lots of fluids, like water. So they gave me painkillers, which I had one of, and I was like, yeah, these painkillers are not doing nothing. I had 1 or 2, and then I just drank water. Yes, what Insty said. Water check? Yeah, we're good with water today. But yeah, that's kind of what happened with me. But yeah, it's not something I wish upon someone. It hurts a lot. But yeah, now you guys know. Even my eczema right now, I'm pretty sure this is triggered by red meat. Because I had red meat the other day. And lately I've noticed whenever I have red meat, my eczema flares up a little bit. So I just don't know. Getting older, and I don't even think I'm old, but just getting older is like, you gotta like watch what's happening with your body. That's all. Alex, what should I have for dinner today? Pasta, burgers, or hot pot? I mean, pasta is always a good and easy one. I don't know how much work you want to put into dinner tonight, but Alex has all the non-threatening Non-life-threatening and super annoying health conditions. Poor guy. It's all right. I'm surviving. At the end of the day, the way I look at life is as long as I'm happy and surrounded by people that I love and friends, I'll take every day, day by day. If I have to deal with some pain on the way, it's fine. I'll deal with some pain and deal with some other dumb shit like my hands being itchy and flaky and whatever. I can't eat a certain thing, like whatever. But I'm just happy that I can. I don't want to ever be put in a spot where I'm ever alone like that. You know, I'd rather deal with all those things than be alone. So just got to keep going day by day. Okay. Good here. This is Winkeyless, so we put those in. How do you feel about Oil Kings? Overrated? No, dude. I used to think they're overrated. And then recently I tried some of their new stuff, or apparently new stuff, and I think they're fantastic. So no, I'm a big Oil King guy now. Sort of. Where's the lid? That's why you're a streamer. Thank you, OTY. I appreciate it, man. I thought I had melanoma spot on my forearm, but it was just a bug under my skin syndrome. Forced me to scratch it off. I mean, that happens too. It could just be a scab in some cases. Super excited for this board. Me too, Nakamura. Mr. Toes, do you know any guides into identifying vintage blacks? No, I am not an expert in old switches. Vintage stuff is not my forte in this hobby. I mean, there's also some really good people about vintage stuff that I would consult with. I think they have their own Discords and stuff too. I don't know, does VintKeys have their own Discord? Let's move this up a little bit here. Let me just move my mouse out of the way too, and get my soldering pen. My dad's friend told me to watch you because I was going to get an Ajaz AKE20, but I heard bad things about it. So I don't actually know too much about Ajaz as a brand. It could be good, it could be bad, but I guess Gorilla, like, what layout and what budget are you kind of working in right now? Here's the thing, right? I don't think off-the-shelf keyboards or anything like that are bad by any means. Is it Epilmaker? Epilmaker does have bad customer service and bad, I'd say, customer practice. So maybe for that reason alone, Gorilla, you would want to avoid them. But yeah, I don't think off-the-shelf stuff's bad per se, because I'm also a little biased because we're in a bit of a niche of custom keyboards that we build ourselves, and this might not appeal to everyone. But you could go with even a classic TKL from Novel Keys if you want something cheaper. There's some really good cheaper boards. Like if you want even something that feels a bit more premium, the Neo series, specifically the Neo Core that came out recently. If you want something smaller, but the Neo series of boards is really good. There's also Wuche has a sub-brand called Chill Key. Chill Key products aren't bad.
McLovin PCBs are so good. Good
Yes.
big vias, so easy to solder.
Yes, they have quality parts in the McLevin stuff here. Very nice quality parts. I haven't tried the Evo 80, but I heard good things about the Evo 80. Also, Eagle, thank you so much for the tier 1. Really appreciate that, man. Okay. So solder in some corners here. A Hako soldering iron? I mean, you don't have to get Hako. I have this one just because it was the one that I was recommended a long time ago. I don't know if I'd get the same soldering iron if I had to buy a new one. I'd probably get something a little nicer, to be honest. Just ordered my birthday present to myself, a Fuji XT20? Damn, everyone's getting XT20s these days. Hell yeah, that's a nice camera. Did you get a stock lens, a kit lens? The Fuji kit lenses are pretty good. Yeah, you get a TS100, TS80. There's also the Pine Sol that everyone goes crazy about. I haven't even tried that because, I mean, I don't need to buy another soldering iron right now. I do have a TS100 as a backup iron, and I think it's great, so... Just a TT Artisan lens. Dude, you know, hold on, little camera talk. You know what lens is so good for Fuji? That you don't have to break the bank on? It is TT Artisan. This little guy here, the 27 mil, is so good. And I think this is like $100 for this lens. And it's so small. I think that's a fantastic lens to pick up. I like the quality of that. I really want a Fuji X106 so bad. It is a really good camera. I like the size of the 100 series there, the X series there. That was a TT Artisan lens, yeah. That's my first ever TT Artisan lens. Ooh, this pin is bent, so let's actually fix that pen. I sent you an update on the Discord regarding the situation we talked about. Okay. I will take a look. Fuji X106 is a lovely camera. I'd recommend it any day of the week. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, it's this one next to it. Wrong one. Just came in, looks like a Tetrix block to fill in the gap in the PCB. The L-shaped block. Oh, this is just missing a pin. That's why we're... It's just a switch missing a pin. I wish I could have done more research on cameras for the A600 or a 6000. It doesn't have a 3.5 mil, 3.5 port? Really? My favorite focal length, as of recently, I have two different favorite focal lengths. So my first favorite is 20. I'd say anywhere between a 25 and a 30 millimeter lens. And then as of recently, I have been absolutely adoring full frame 75. I don't know why. I just like the compression those lenses give. I think they're excellent for portrait stuff. But, yeah, wider lenses have been my thing. I went from being like a nifty 50, 50 mil kind of guy, to recently just going all in on wider stuff. And then also, actually, a regret that I have is I have a pretty nice Leica lens. I have a Summilux 28 mil, so this guy. And it's heavy and it's bulky, and I wish I had picked up the less expensive, smaller, lighter one. So that has been a little bit of a kind of bummer, but I could just sell it or trade it. But yeah, I like wider lenses now, and I never really shoot wide open. Like, rarely do I ever shoot wide open nowadays. I think I just leave my camera on f4 minimum. Yeah, but for the 75, my favorite lens right now, like out of all the lenses I own, which is crazy, is my Voigtlander 75mm 1.5. I don't know why. That lens is fantastic, and it doesn't even break the bank like heavy. It is such a good lens. I never know if I should be soldering one pin adjusting the switch. I mean, okay, the best practice I can ever give you for soldering in keyboards is soldering in one leg, like this, pausing for a sec, letting it dry, or letting it cool.
49 is a cool number.
Zonis. 49 is a lot, man. Thank you so much for so many years of support, bro. And then reflowing, pushing in, and then... Oops, almost burned my hand there. Reflowing, pushing in, and letting it cool again. But that is what I'd recommend for every single switch. Like, going down the line, every switch I'd recommend doing that. Until you get a good grasp of, like, how things push in. So...
Daniel Soderstrom gifted a tier 1 sub to Nia213.
Daniel, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate the support. Photography interests me so much, but I had no idea where to start. It is kind of daunting these days, but dude, I'm gonna be real, dude. Any camera is good these days. Just get anything you want. There are small differences, and if you really get into like the nitty gritty and kind of microscope everything, you're gonna find some differences. But you can just pick anything you want these days. Literally everything's good. Can I turn up the music? Is it because the fan's a little bit too loud right now? You got it, Plastic. Start with used gear. Tons of older gear out there. I agree with that, what Stu said. I think that's a great option to go with too. Buy something used for a body. God damn. Thank you, JJW. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, man. And someone asked about the cutout, so I can't answer this because this is not my design of a board, but what I'm assuming, the cutout is probably there to help compensate with the wire, so the wire doesn't actually touch the PCB. That's why I'm making the assumption of why it's there, and to help kind of just route it around, so you don't have it just clamped against the side of the case. So, in case someone's wondering. Nightwolf, thank you so much for the tier 1, man, for a year. Thanks, bro. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. That makes sense? Yeah. If it didn't have that LED piece on the top, I'd be like, yeah, why is it there type thing. So, but it does have that LED piece. Or the extra daughter board there with LEDs. I did do a stream and built the Chronos 60 with HMX Sunset Gleams and GMK Symbiote. Ooh, how'd that sound with the HMX Sunsets in it? The Chronos with HMX Sunsets. Interesting. That might have been a really loud, bright board. I like that. I went used. I'd rather get a nice used camera than a meh new one. The XT series is a great series too.
Plastic_bits gifted a tier 1 sub to Orchard.
Thank you, Plastic. Appreciate it, man. And also thank you, JGW. Appreciate it, man.
JJW_KB gifted a tier 1 sub to Cool_Keeps. They have given 75 gift subs in the channel.
We'll do the giveaway, if you guys don't mind, at the end of the stream. Just so we can finish up the board. But it's for a classic TKL. Actually, you just want to do it now? Fuck it, let's just do it now. Hold on, let me set it up. I always say this and then we always end up just doing it the moment of. So this is going to be for a brand new classic TKL. So if you guys want, you can enter by typing !ticket. Goes without saying that
the _crowned clown gifted a tier 1 sub to Yanfei_Shoyu. They have given
so
15
much,
gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, dude. It is going to be an international giveaway. Ines, I hope this went without saying in the past, but I'll only attempt to ship this like once or twice, and if you guys don't happen to get this, or like you guys refuse the order or the package, I'm not going to keep trying and wasting money. It seems like that has now been an issue that's been brought up to me. So I'll attempt once or twice. But yeah. And then also, if you guys want better shipping than what I'm offering, if you guys want some specific shipping, I ask you guys to pay the difference, that's all. But I am paying for shipping, okay? I'll draw once I'm done soldering the PCB here. What Switch Key Geek is the LM? Oh, bro, I have absolutely no idea what the LM switch is. What's going on with that? I would just pretend those don't exist at this point here. Who knows what's happening with those switches? Very unfortunate that we showed those off, because I have no idea what's going on. Just pretend they don't exist. Does anyone know of free shipping discount for Canon keys? I don't know if one exists. I haven't seen those type of shipping coupons or coupons in the keyboard world yet. A key geek? Yeah, I'd consider myself a geek for keyboards. How is HMX versus Key Geek? Interesting question. I like them both. They both have unique characteristics to their switches. In the past, if HMX had not done a mold update, I would have said Key Geek all the way. But now they're both good. So I'm good with either. How's my weekend? It was good. We did a little friend thing yesterday, and today I'm staying home to clean up, and I'm going to organize some stuff today. I have not really a whole lot going on today. I might even do a YouTube video thing. I might take some photos of something for a YouTube video, but that's it. Pretty standard fare day, I'd say. It's a Sunday too, plus it's raining outside, so even if I wanted to go outside and do something, I'd have to get wet, and I don't know if I want to do that. Always a bummer. Sundays are a good day to stay home? Yeah. You know, I was about to say, I thought I didn't see the spare parts section that McLovin usually does in his PCBs, but it's right here. You got 4 inches of snow? Damn. Dude, I'm sick of seeing snow. I am glad to not see that for the next little bit. I'm over it. I'm over it personally. No, it's not for the play tray today. It's for the classic TKL. We'll do the play tray like tomorrow or something. We'll do a play tray giveaway. I didn't know until like literally 20 minutes before streaming. I already had planned the classic TKL.
Efik but gifted a tier 1 sub to Chibideb.
Thank you, Flick. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for the hype train, by the way, guys. Speaking of McLovin, I see that he makes CM PCBs. I love CM PCBs. There's just this nicer, almost I find a little bit, I don't know if I'm describing this right, because maybe it's my own perception of hearing, but I feel like CM PCBs have this like fuller, brighter sound. They just contrast regular FR4 PCBs a little bit differently, and there's not one that's better, but I do like a good CM PCB. They're a little bit brighter, I find, with a bit more fullness in the same sense. But if you're not going for that, then I think the FR4 PCBs are the perfect middle ground. But they're cool. I like the CEM stuff. Hello, Mr. Odos. Hi, Rays. How you doing? How is life today? Hopefully it's good. I built my... Oh god, why do I'm Italian, I should know how to pronounce these things. With a CEM Heine PCB, and very nice. Almost like a deeper sound with more softer typing feel. Yeah, the typing feel I can't really put a good finger on, but I'm glad someone else has some experience with that too. So you find them deeper? I always found them to be a bit brighter but fuller. Maybe it is sort of deep in a sense too. Again, perception of sounds gonna differ here too, but they're nice. It's a nice difference. You're too fast for that soldering, Aaron? Experience. That's all it is. Do you heat up the pin and then place the solder? I mean, this is how I normally solder. I put it on, push it in, let it go, put it on, push it in. You can heat it up for a second. Oh, wrong one. But I find the motion for me is like as I'm moving, I kind of let it heat for a second anyways as I move my hands. So there seems to be bots again. It's okay. I'll just filter. I know bots versus not bots, so we'll figure it as we draw the winner. I've come to the conclusion that it's just someone who's a regular here has bots. Because it's not like we put giveaway in the title or anything. So, I don't know who it is, but there's someone who has bots that they run for when we do giveaways. Unfortunate, but there's always party poopers. Okay. Let's draw the winner. It's Adam? Honest to God, bro. Winner of the giveaway is Clownfish. Congratulations. Is Clown there? Where's Clown? Sheesh. Hey, yo. Congrats, Clown. Can you DM me? Can you DM me on Twitch? Or you can just DM me on Discord. Doesn't matter. One of the two. Let me write you down here. Congrats, man. I might have like 1 or 2 colors you can choose from, Clownfish, so I will message you the colors you can pick. I think I might have a glow one, and I might have a regular schmegular one too. Where is my little list? Here it is, sheet 5. So we have for classic, ooh, wrong button. Classic, TKL, Clownfish, OG. Perfect. Congrats, man. When done, can we look at the colors of the play trays? Of course we can. Absolutely. We are all soldered. Did I miss anything? No, but I'm going to wash my hands, though, so just give me one moment, please, guys. Oof, that's a loud tap. Stinky Alex? Stinky? What the hell? Does soldering have any influence on the sound profile? Oh man, metal. That is a very divisive question. So, I think a little bit, but there's a lot of nuances that can go into that answer, and I don't know if we want to talk about that today. But the short of it is a little bit. It can technically affect the sound. To what degree? I think it really varies on the keyboard case, the switches you might use, the way you assemble things. But yes, a little bit. A little bit is probably the best answer to give. I'm not too sure. Let's put the O-ring on. So nice. Thank you, JGW. Appreciate it, man. Which O-ring is which, JGW? I personally think in a positive way, but again, perception matters here. Happy Dance, congrats, man. Okay, so we got 3 different O-rings. Okay, so 70A is this one. The clear is 50A, and this is 30. So right away, 30 is going back in the bag because I don't like 30. Let's try the 70A today. Kohaku giveaway? Oh my gosh. I'd connect the LED JST to the PCB first. And then put the O-ring in. Out of curiosity, I just want to see what happens. I know you just told me to do that, but I just want to see, like, when I do that, is it harder to put on? I'm doing this out of my own selfish curiosity right now. Can't you just put this through? Oh, I guess you'd... You know what, actually, this kind of makes sense to do it like... I'd connect the LED JST to the PCB first. Yeah. Do you mean like this way? Is that what you're saying? To do like this way first? Interesting. Okay. Should I route it through here, JJW? This little piece here? Oh, okay, so this is... I had that feeling. Interesting. More likely to stay in place. That is very thoughtful. I really like that. That is a very thoughtful design here. Very, very cool. I really like things like that too. Yeah, it just makes the build experience like that much more fun. So let's put this in here. These are like the perfect length JSTs, by the way, guys. In case you guys were curious. Did I get that in nicely? It is. With the engraving on the bottom case, it says JGW Cloudline V2 and then a logo here. Okay, we can try top mount after this. Let's just do this first. Oh yeah, okay, this is very, very, very thoughtful to put together. I really appreciate how easy this is. No ribbon cable nonsense. And then let's just make this sit a little bit nicer. So I'm a little afraid to apply a little bit of force here, but I'm guessing we have to push in a little bit here, JGW. Just a smidge. Double check the JST goes into the big gap of the plate. Yeah, it was going into the big gap of the plate there. Yeah, it's an inverted O-ring. I'm a little nervous. Should friction fit when you press down? All right, we'll just press down then. Coast blue is beautiful. We have to discuss that Alex hates blue boards. We have discussed that already, I promise. We have. All right, is it going to close for me or is it not going to close for me here? Come on. What's going on here? 1 second. Just gonna make sure everything's nicely sitting. Yeah, I'm a little nervous right now. Okay, we got it. Let's just screw it in now. Where have my screwdriver? Oh, here. There's the back of the board in case you guys want to see it again. It's so nice being able to see all these beautiful, beautiful Cloudline engravings and stuff now. No, I don't know. We haven't decided on a keycap set yet, but... Camera really struggling with the PVD. No, it's just struggling because this desk pad is a flat color and doesn't really have a lot of like texture to it. So it's like, hey, put something in the middle where the focusing is. I don't have birch elk one. I wish I had birch. Please try something other than Norse. No, we're not doing Norse today because we just used Norse. So today will be something other. And I think we've used Norse on this color already from JGW for the derivative, did we not? I think that was the first time we were like, this is the perfect set. I don't have Winkler. I was thinking something different, but we'll see. We'll see what we use. We shall see. We shall see. Everyone will get their say here in a moment. Mars Cadet? That's interesting. No Rudy either. I have no Rudy. I want to plug this in. Just give me a moment. Oh, can you guys see that? Oh, my thing just popped up here. That is deceiving because you can barely even see the little gap where the RGB goes through. That is a nice touch. Like if you told me that there was no LED there, I would have been like, yeah, I believe you. That is really pretty. Why is everyone trying to get around my Greg ban? That's crazy, guys. Didn't even realize the curve. Yeah, it's really pretty. That's gorgeous. Very, very cool. There is no LED there. Yeah, my bad, guys. It's an illusion. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. Be sure to press down on the build fully since so sorry, after screening this together, be sure to press down on the build fully since it's actually movable up and down. Sort of like the Unicorn Bakaneko. Oh, just give it like a little push here. I'm sure that'll happen as we're pushing in keycaps anyways, JGW. Alright, let us figure out keycaps. So, okay, here's my thing. I don't know if Firefly would go perfect with this. Let me see. I think Fundamentals is an excellent choice for this. Let me see. Okay, so Firefly's on a board right now. But this is Firefly. I don't think it's perfect. Like, I don't know if I'd pick this personally. It's a little too different. I'm thinking we go with something neutral. Like, maybe we go with, like, a beige set. I don't know if we go with something that...
At Zyko's Pacific is what I chose for my V1 build. The blue and aeronautical theme match it very well.
I have Pacific somewhere. We could do Pacific. Pacific's not a bad choice. I don't know. I don't know what to pick. Is this my Mars Cadet set? I don't know why this isn't a little bin here, but I want to see something too. How would orange look as an accent to this? You know, this wouldn't look too bad. Nah, what? I don't hate it. I don't hate this either. Okay, so this is like on the menu for this right now. That's why Alex hates blue. It's too hard for him to decide what he put on it. Okay, listen, I don't mind this particular shade of blue because it has a bit of green to it, right? It's not fully a navy blue. Like, to me, this is more blue. This here is really blue. This is not blue. Like, this has a bit of a green tinge to it, you know? Samurai? This is always the hardest part about building keyboards, man. Oh, you know what actually might look fucking sweet on this? Would Future Funk look sick on this or no? Hold on. I don't have panels. You guys always mention every set I don't have. Oh no, maybe this is a little too purple. Yeah, never mind. Mandalorian or Nautilus? Nautilus might be too blue for this. Do you have Nautilus? I mean, I do Nautilus. I just think it'd be too blue. How come we're not doing Fundamentals? I thought Fundamentals was a really good choice for this. Go grab Nautilus? Okay. One moment. I still think it'd be too blue, guys. Spam modern material stone? We could do that. Is this not too blue? Isn't this too matchy? Well, not even matchy. It's just too blue. It's too blue. I don't like this. I don't like this combination. I'm not going to be happy with this. I have foundation. I was thinking foundation. Or fundamentals, rather. I also have modern materials we could use. Or we could do Mars Cadet. I honestly think Mars Cadet might slap on this. We could do Metropolis as well. I feel like we just used Metropolis, though. Hold on. Mars Cadet. Let me see. What's the accents on Mars Cadet again? Yeah, I think Mars Cadet might slap on this, man. You think it's overused? I think I've only used it like 2 times. think I've used Mars Cadet like 2 times ever. Dopey's like, dude, just fucking pick, bro. He's like, shut the fuck up, guys. Just pick. You know what? This is so difficult. Why is this so difficult? Who knows? Who knows? I kind of just want to use Mars Cadet. You know what? I'm just picking fundamentals, man. Fundamentals, we're just going with that. We're just doing fundamentals. I don't have Winkler yet. You missed a switch? Who said that? Adam did? Jesus Christ. You just gotta tell chat it's okay. Sometimes a little shut the fuck up is good. No. Never. I love everyone too much. It's gonna be a nice basic set. Actually, the green would go really nice as an accent on this as well. Listen, I think this is a perfect set for this. I think this would be absolutely perfect. I wasn't here for the assembly. What are the cutouts in the plate in PCB4? Do you mean in this section over here, or which cutouts do you mean exactly? You know what? If I do Mars Cadet and you guys hate it, because I kind of do want to use Mars Cadet. Like, low-key, I think it would look super sick on this. You just put like an emote in chat or something. You can just put like nodders or something like that. Stick with this. Stop, not Mars Cadet, please, bro. All right, there's like... Can we run a poll really quick, Insty? Like a 1-minute poll, real quick, for fundamentals versus Mars Cadet. Like, real quick. Flip a coin? Bro, what makes you think I can afford a coin? I don't have a coin. Coins are too expensive. Chat, I'll never ask anything, but this needs Mars Cadet. I mean, you guys can vote. Everyone, the poll's up. You guys can just vote real quick. I feel like it's up to you guys. I no longer... yeah, I can check that 58 too. It's just like 2 seconds to unscrew this all JGW for sure. Oh my fucking god. Bro, I'm never leaving it up to you guys again. If you guys make this a split vote, I'm never running a poll on keycaps ever again. Oh my... Okay. Thankfully something's winning right now. If this is exactly 50-50, I'm picking fundamentals. Because it's already in front of me. Oh, Mars Cadet won. Looks like the people have chosen. Damn. Wild. We'll get it. Crazy. Need the box too. Funny, funny, funny. Actually, before we... I'm just gonna put the desk pad underneath this. As nice as the leather pad is visually, it does need little... It's not thick enough to absorb all the desk sounds. Really? I think this is going to look good. Personally, I actually have a strong feeling about this. U goes, what, IOP here-ish? No, it goes a 1 over, I think. Complementary colors always look good. You know what? If you guys hate it, whatever, man. You guys voted for it too. But I think personally it'll look good. Be open-minded, everybody. Be open-minded. I don't have Parcel. Man, you guys really remind me of how many keycap sets I don't have. Parcel does sound like it would go sick on this, though. I'm with you, Alex. I think this will slap. That's the beauty about keyboards, right, guys? Is we all have different opinions and different likes and preferences. And we can all be a little different, right, guys? We can all be a little different. I don't usually agree with Alex. See, even Knopf, who usually doesn't agree with me, says this might look good. Oh, this is O or E. Jesus, this is always so complicated with this set. Novel Keys is Russia that brainwashed American people. What the heck? Oh my god, dude. This guy's spreading lore. That's wild, bro. Yeah, this is the EC one here. This goes here. This we don't need. I think I was using this on the board. That's why this was out. G. Every time I see this set, it makes me want to buy it. I love it. I think it's great, but I'm a little biased, so.
Scrubs. Cadet woo. This slaps, I called it from the start. Thank you everyone who voted. You guys rock, you rock to Alex Mars Cadet.
I'm glad you like it, man. This is in the wrong spots here. How's your opinion changed of the Agar since your last stream? No. It is a great keyboard. Like I really
feels like bento, but it's not bento. I am conflicted.
This does not feel like bento. Hold on, who said that? Bun? In what sense? Do you mean like it doesn't work with stuff, or? But no, this is a great keyboard. The Agar is great. I think if you're looking for this, I don't know. I don't know which I'd pick at the end of the day between the Agar versus the Core. I'm still conflicted. I think both make really good choices here. So I don't know. I don't know which one's the right answer. I'm legitimately happy that this won. I think it looks good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Probably just me. Me and a few people here. Q. By the way, I had someone get... Let me tell you guys a story as we're putting keycaps on. I had someone get so mad on my YouTube channel. You know, like when we're talking, just like people, not when we are talking, but just people in general, how... Like, I don't know, just it's like... I don't know the right words because I'm not great at like describing these things, but let's just say that I see a few people talk in chat, and or just you have a few friends who are like, okay, like hyping you up on something you do, and then you say something like, all right, we like this. Well, I said that during a stream about something. I don't even remember what it was about. I think I said we like this on the keyboard, and someone lost it in the comment section and was like, Alex, don't you dare fucking speak for me. We? You should change your language to I, because you do not speak for me. And it's very unprofessional that you said we. And I just read that comment. I rolled my fucking eyes. Like, I think my eyes, I may have damaged them from how much I rolled them. But I just ended up banning them from the comment section because Jesus Christ, bro. Like, chill. Find the chill. Crazy to me. Rolling your eyes so hard it hurts? Dude, it's still in pain to this day. It was 2 days ago. It's a weird take. Yeah, it's like a nothing better to do take. Alex speaks in royal. We? Yeah. We at the round table. The set is working for us. Me? Yeah. I like this set. Compliment for Scrubs? I also like Scrubs. Alright? I can speak for myself there. Scrubs, hope you're having a great day today, man. And I hope you know you're very welcomed here all the time, my friend. I hope things have been going very well for you. Love you, buddy. Can you tell me, in your opinion, what's the difference between Cherry Hyperglides and Nixies? Well, the top material is different. And then if memory serves, aren't Nixies considered like a 1.5 mold? I don't know if they're the same mold. Honestly, I don't remember now. But I don't know. I feel like realistically, it's the materials being used there. I think they're different molds, if memory serves. We like this. I find it extremely offensive how you did not include the rest of chat. And by utilizing the proper vocabulary of we. And we like this on the keyboard. My bad, guys. Let me include everyone from now on. We all like this. And then someone's going to be like, no, we don't. I like Nixies. I just picked some more up. I like the MX2As too, though. Like I do think they sound really good. And I just ordered one batch of MX2A Nixies. So we're going to see how those turn out too. But I'm curious. I'm very curious. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, I got to run. But if you're going to try out the top mount, the spacebar should be in the O-ring bag. Sorry, what? Sorry, if I got to run. But if you're going to try out top mount, the spacers. Oh, spacers should be in the O-ring bag. Okay, okay. Sounds good. What am I looking for here? Oh, this. I kind of butchered the board with this. I don't think so. I like it with this. I actually think this is a cool set. Hey, personal preference. I don't always pick winners for stuff, but I think this wins here. Valid combo, to be honest. Yeah, I think it complements the blue quite nicely. It does look good. Yeah. Obviously, Norse is a great set for this. We already know how this is going to look with Norse. Let's be real here. Let's try something different. I don't have all the pieces for Grand Prix. I don't know what I did with the F-Row for my Grand Prix set, but it's not with me at the moment. And I think I left it at my parents' house, like on a keyboard or something. So I got to figure out what I did with that. Yeah, we've already used Norse. I mean, like, you guys didn't want beige. I offered beige, a beige set. I think this is fun. I think it's a little different. It's cool. I like it. The gray tilt? Sure. You don't always have to do the same. Holy heck, man. That looks stunning. I do think this looks good. Me personally, but whatever. Not everyone has to like it, guys. Remember, we're all different. We all like different things. Like, honestly, if it was up to me, and this was my board right now, yeah, my first choice is putting Norse on this. Second, I'd probably put just black on white. Or, sorry, not black and white, white on black. That was it. I'd probably make the color really pop on this and call it a day. But you know what? We try something different here. Modern materials. Modern mats could look really good on this too. Well, shall we give it a test? Give it a little spin-a-rooney here? Plug this guy in. Actually, let me show you guys the keyboard one more time before my mouse flies away here. Here is the back of the board one more time. So we finally, on the Cloudline, have all the beautiful internals on the outside. I am so glad JJW did this. Like, this is the best change. And I'm glad, okay, can I also say this? I'm glad that JJW took the criticism that I feel like a lot of people gave about the internals of the original Cloudline nicely.
Alex. Whoa, speak for yourself. Also, 29
Thank you,
months.
Lane. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, dude. But I'm glad that he took the criticism that I think a lot of people probably had. Because I feel like everyone I spoke to was like, man, I wish it was on the outside. So I think that was really awesome. I do like the visual changes, the small visual changes like this little accent piece on the top with a little LED. I think this is nice. I think it adds to the keyboard. I mean, the overall character of the keyboard still remains intact, though. Like, this still looks like the Cloudline, despite its small changes. So, very cool. I really like the way this looks. He took away the nav cluster engraving. I'm fine with that. I like the accent more than I like engravings on the top of keyboards. Show side profile? Of course. Again, not super different, but in fact, I think it's the exact same if memory serves. I like it. It looks cool, and you can just turn off the LEDs. Like I said, this LED bar is so well hidden that if you were to turn this off, you don't even know it's there. Like, it's such a slim piece. So you could literally just not turn that on and have a, you know, non-RGB board. Right control plus QW. Oh, wait, what? I don't think it's... This isn't my PCB, I forgot. Oh, okay. No, he said never mind there. We can just turn it on in VIA. Is this VIA compatible right now? Is it loaded into VIA, or do we need the JSON file for this? It's okay, GDW. I can't. Bro forgot. It's okay. I don't think it isn't. Okay, it doesn't matter. Shall we give this a little type? So, this is a 70A O-ring with retooled cherry black switches, aluminum plate, and GMK keycaps. Let's give this a little type. We'll try the 50A O-ring right after this. The alphas are really nice. I do want to tune up the spacebar ever so slightly here, so let me tune up the spacebar. Just a little bit. Doesn't need a lot of tuning, but I can hear it needs a little bit of tuning. Yeah, spacebar needs a little love right now. We're going to just quickly do that. Oops. Oh no, my lube. Let's do this a little bit here. There we go. Perfect. Bro dripped a little bit, bro. Doesn't matter. Oh. All right, much better. I love the way this feels. We're gonna try the 50 after this. Yeah, like I do slightly wish there was a brighter space bar, but I feel like the top mount's gonna give us that. I like the alphas. I will admit, I do personally wish this was brighter, but I mean, it still sounds nice. It still sounds like good. The mods, I'd say, are pretty okay. Try put spacebar. Huh? What are we doing? Try put the spacebar. Alphas sound really good on this, though. I really like the alphas. So let's try the 50A O-ring. Let's try the arrows for people too. Because if my memory is correct, I also believe on the round one or the version 1 of the Cloudline, I believe I liked the top mount combined with the O-ring more. We talked about this earlier. So let's see what this is going to sound like now. Oh, PBT. A PBT one? You guys want to try a PBT one? Also the aluminum middle piece. Yeah, we could also try the aluminum middle piece instead of the brass. Let's try changing up some stuff. And we're going to come right back to this. So, let's disassemble this now. Alright, big fan of the alphas here. Like I said, I want to just experiment and see what I like the best here, and if we can get something more to what I personally usually like. Top mount will be a bit of a brighter sound, yeah. It'll be a bit brighter and a bit louder. Typically with TKL O-rings, it's a little tougher to get to be that poppy sound signature, especially when you're doing a two-piece board like this. So Did I miss something? Oh. FR is testing his keyboard right now, man. Don't worry about it. He's just testing some stuff. Don't get on his case. 221 CV CVCF. Heck. Dude, I missed the sound test. I mean, we have it. The VOD's gonna be live like in a bit. Plus, we're gonna just change up some stuff here. I do that sometimes too. You go to wipe down your keyboard, don't realize you hit the enter button. Sometimes you don't realize. All right, JJW is saying 58 is his jam when it comes to the O-ring, so we're gonna try that. We're gonna try the 50A here next. $50A time. That's a good way to grab this off. I guess here. So that was the 70A. So maybe we'll get a bit of a brighter sound from the 50. 10A? Nah. That's too light. That is too light of an O-ring. So it was the clear one, I believe, was the 50A. Removing caps. Sorry, guys, you're all good, FR. Did the V1 have a cutout around the nav cluster? This part, you mean? No, the V1 did not have this piece over here. This is new to this board, but it's there for a reason. It's there for the daughter board that's on the top over here. I don't know what the $930 one looks like. The special edition one, I have no idea. I don't know what that will look like. Let's do it like this. What do you think justifies the price of this board? Ooh, my cable's about to fall down. So, okay. My personal reason of why I think this board is, I'm not going to say it's good value because I don't think this fits into a value discussion at all. Like, this makes no sense as a value discussion. You can buy cheaper TKLs. But I think if you're looking for a very unique look with a pretty well done O-ring implementation, like, I think it sounds pretty good for this board. I think you'll be very happy with this. It's a very unique look with a lot of... You can tell there's been a lot of love that's gone into this. Like, a bunch. Which I personally appreciate. So if you like that, like, just the pieces alone, like, this does have a lot of pieces, too. If you just want to talk from a straight... I don't know, like... Am I getting my money's worth? Which kind of falls into a value discussion, but again, I don't really think this works in a value discussion. Because at the end of the day, like, dude, let me keep it straight with you, and let me keep it a buck. I do not think this is a value oriented keyboard. Like, you're getting no value out of this. In fact, most of the stuff in keyboards you're not gonna. But if you're looking just strictly within the hobby itself, you're not. This is not even falling in the discussion of one. But if you like the way this looks, if you like the thoughtful design that's gone into this, the visuals, the aesthetics, the work that's definitely gone into the Cloudline series, you might find some worth in spending the money. And I think personally, like, seeing a keyboard this different visually from a lot of the competition and what it's doing, it makes the keyboard just feel that much more special. Oh. Ooh, maybe the 50 is the nicer O-ring on this. The 50 definitely sounds a bit nicer on this for sure. Well, it's how you strike the spacebar too. The spacebar stab sounds weird. It could also be the clip-in stab that we're using. I'd actually like to try a screw-in stab for this. Okay, maybe you just need to be seated a little bit nicer. Maybe some unknown combo interference between Knight and TX housings like the Cool mentioned. Yeah, I mean, is it possible to remove the spacebar on this? No, we have to disassemble the whole thing on this. Okay, let me open this up afterwards and we'll see. I don't think the spacebar sounds bad by any means, but you can tell there's a little bit of a wonkiness on like the left and right side over here. The mods are still a little empty on the O-ring, which is, again, kind of how it sounded in the first one as well. A little empty sounding, but that's okay. Same with the right side of the board here. Am I sure it's not been... No, it's not been ended. Okay, so I like the 58 a lot more, actually. Believe it or not, the 58 works better for this particular board. So now I want to open it up one more time here. Is there some flex on the backspace? Nope, it's nicely seated in there, GGW. The JST might be clipped there. Let me see. Let me open it up real quick. Yeah, we're going to try everything, guys. We're going to try literally everything possible. Maybe not sure. We'll see. Damn, I love the alphas on this. Alphas sound fantastic. Maybe yes. Maybe yes, says maybe yes. You sound fantastic. Thanks, dude. I have a weird feeling we're going to do the same thing we did for the first one, which is the combination of doing top mount and an O-ring. And then we're going to fall back in love with this. We're going to be like, this is the best thing ever since sliced bread. Can we tray mount this? Unfortunately, you cannot tray mount this. The answer to that question is no. No, the cable's sitting perfectly on this JGW. But let me see something. Can I? No, I'd have to disassemble the whole board, I think. Yeah. Or at least, yeah, I'd have to disassemble it. It's okay. I think it's fine. This tab's fine. What about kinetic sand? Kinetic sand. I don't know about kinetic sand. We're going to try top mount now, and then we'll try the combination of both. Actually, before I do the combination of both, I kind of wouldn't mind trying this. Which is the aluminum internal piece. If you guys want to let me try this, I want to try it. I'm very curious. What bit do I need for this? Let's try it. I got you guys. I got you guys. Wrong bit. You're banned for trying it? I always knew that day would come. Alu and then 70A is going to be noise. We'll try the 50 again because I think the 50 was the better of the O-rings for the at least the brass internal piece here. I can already tell you, I think I'm already preferring the V2 better. I remember the V1 O-ring. I thought it was just okay. I think top mount for me in the original board is where this shined, or doing the combination of both. And for me to even say, like, yeah, the O-ring on the V2 is a lot better, like, I think that's a lot coming from me even. I do prefer already the sound of this. What plate is being used? Aluminum today. Also, in case anyone's wondering, this is a universal ladder board. Now that we've opened it up and seen it. All right, now to get this lined up perfectly. Bro prefers the sound of this. Yeah, you got a problem with that, Adam? This Adam guy, bro. He doesn't get it. Damn it, I can't get this nicely with my hand like this. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. I think, you know what actually would be nice for this too, JW? Going with that, like that kind of clip mount thing that we've seen in some boards where it kind of pinches the cable together over here. Or even just a heat shrink on this would be really, really clever. Let's do it like this instead. There we go. Got it. I believe that Adam is on some kind of relationship with Alex. He's in the how can I bother Alex relationship every single day. You guys didn't know that? Any switch recommendations for an acrylic case? Ooh, acrylic. Honestly, you can pick whatever you want for acrylic. Acrylic is just good with just about everything. I kind of like this color on the inside. But acrylic, yeah, I think honestly, literally whatever you want to pick. Going with something long pole with acrylic could be really, really nice too, just because acrylic tends to be a little bit, I'm not going to say soulless, but it tends to be a very neutral sound, so you could get a little bit more of a brighter sound signature out of an acrylic board like that. School issue? Damn. Adam clapping back right now. It's a love-hate relationship. Adam loves messing with Alex, and Alex hates that he pulls it off. Dude, I do hate it that he pulls it off. It's crazy to me. It is wild. He does do it very well. All right, let's put the 50A O-ring back on, and let me just move some stuff off my desk here too, because I'm getting a little crowded feeling. All right, perfect. Why top mounting on keyboard? They are so pricey if compared to a gasket. They're so damn cheap. Sorry, why top mounting on board? Why top mounting board on keyboards? They're so pricey if compared to gasket. Are you saying like gaskets feel like they're more premium? It's a matter of preference. And I think that's the best way that anyone can probably describe anything in this hobby. Like, it doesn't, there are interesting ways you can do every implementation, but it's truly just a matter of how do you like something versus the next person. There's no right or wrong answer. And I don't think there ever will be. So I use top mount for lighter switches and gaskets for heavier. Yeah, just depends on what you want. There's different typing feelings to both as well. So it just, again, really depends on what you're looking to do with your keyboard. And that's all. And that's all it's ever gonna be too. So is that spacebar a banana? I don't know what you guys are saying anymore. Cool Keeps. I don't know what the hell you're going on about. It's not a banana. It's a space bar. It's a plastic keycap. I don't even want to look at what Adam sent me, man. That's how wild it is right now. Ooh, is the aluminum the way to go? JJW, out of curiosity, does the aluminum internal piece come with the keyboard, or is this an extra purchase? Do you have any recommendations for PC/plastic caseboards? I've never owned one, and I like the look of the mode you had on your desk, but I don't know if there are options other than the Sonnet. Technically, the 65. Do you only want 75%? Alu is extra? How much extra is the alu? Or do you get a choice when you buy it? Is it just default brass? Now I have some questions on this. I do have some questions. He might have left. I know he's really busy today. I think they meant, is the spacebar bent like a bit? I know exactly what they meant, but Adam already asked me. Adam already asked me and is grinding my gears with that, so like a PC 60 to 65 would be ideal. I mean, yeah, you could go with the 65 by mode. There's also the Chronos. I don't know if that's still available. The Crush 65 was also a fun choice. I don't know what else is available, though, for polycarbonate stuff. What did I do to you, Alex? Nothing. You're the best, Adam. Ooh. All right, well. Oops. No, I dropped my AirPod. 1 second. Here you go. That bounced so far. Okay. So I'm already noticing. Ooh, I like this a lot better with the aluminum. I like this a lot better with the aluminum inside. It has a bit more resonance to it, and I don't think it's... Maybe the brass is kind of lowering the tonality of it a little bit. Yeah, everything but the spacebar right now, even the enter and shift, sound a lot better too. Ooh, that sounds really good. I like the aluminum. I like the little bit of resonance this kind of produces, and I think this kind of makes it seem a bit brighter. I like that a lot more. Yeah, interesting what that little piece can do on the inside. The top mount sounds more consistent. Well, this isn't top. This is still O-ring. We're going to do top right now. Let's do top right now. I like this a lot more with the alu internal. I like that a lot more with the alu internal. Cool. That is interesting to see. That difference is wild to me. What do you guys think? Which one did you guys like more? The aluminum or brass? So it seems like 50A for me and aluminum internal seems to be the play. So we're going to start by doing the aluminum internal for the top mount, but we probably will end up changing to brass. You like the brass better? Interesting. The brass was noticeably deeper on some of the keys, so I don't know who's selling the Crush. Really, I think the pinkiness or the resonance is really nice on this. Can I just try the combo mount like now? Would you guys be like mad if I did combo mount now? Because I kind of want to try it. I would be fuming. Combo mount with alu, then brass later. Yeah, let me try the combo mount first. And then we can just try top mount. I feel like we're gonna be here a while testing all these things. So maybe no Sunday photos today, guys, because I feel like this is gonna be a very long stream. If that's okay with you guys. Yeah, honestly, anything Adam links is usually a virus, so I just don't click on them. Don't listen to Anit. Honestly, anything Anit says is usually a lie anyway, so that's also a good point. Can I do a combo mount on this? I don't know if I can, actually. Or do I just have this upside down? No, we're good. Oh, that's why I wasn't aligning properly. You forgot the spacers? Oh shoot, I did forget the spacers. Good call. Thank you, Adam. Do I see myself buying this board? Yeah, I do. Helpful Adam. Adam not lying? Did these just slot in like that? Oh, there is little slots for them, which is nice. So these shouldn't move around, unlike some other boards we've seen who try to do this kind of stuff. Also, Prime, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate that. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. All right, so now that that's in place, let's put this back here. Alex, you think swapping the switch could help the spacebar? I mean, it could. I don't think the spacebar is bad by any means. I actually think it's probably more the stabilizer that needs to be swapped around. I think this is... JJW said this is some sort of like combo stab that he did. I don't know. It's not of the norm, I don't think. Some sort of combination stab that he made. I think... Again, I am just kind of biased and I just don't like... I don't like TX stuff. I think going with just a night stab probably would have been better. You have stem spacers? Do I have stem spacers? For what? Sorry. Listen. Ooh, that is already interesting as fuck. Well, did I misscrew something here? Oh no, this is just... These are part of the extra ones. My bad. Put a stem space on the spacebar switch. I don't think that'll mean anything. I don't think that'll do much. Hey man, loving the stream so far. I wanted to ask if your favorite release of 2025 was. I mean, the Agar is a very solid release. I think... Oh man, there's been so many good releases this year. I don't know is the answer for right now. Like, my favorite so far might be the Neo series. I think they did a really good job, but the Agar... I don't know, like, I need to think a little bit more about that. The Agar is also a very solid release. I'm not positive is my answer to you. I'm not sure how to answer that properly. I love the Neo 65 CU. I'm controlling myself to not buy it. It is a beautiful board. The Neo CU series released this year? Yeah. Technically, that's a this year thing, no? Am I wrong on that, guys, or? My question is of the utmost importance. Have you been watching Severance? No, I haven't yet. Sorry, Adam. Not yet. Okay, I don't think the combo fits super well, if I'm being honest with you guys. I think I might actually need to press this in a little bit here to make this fit better. There's some bowing on the bottom piece here. Probably just have to crank it in a little bit better here so it friction fits too. Oh, yeah, that works. So just be careful if you're doing the combo here. I will pay you $100 to put a stem space on the spacebar switch to see if it does anything to the sound. So what's a stem spacer? You don't have to pay me anything. I don't even really know what that is. Do you mean just like a piece of plastic? Interesting. So this is the combo now. combo top O-ring with the aluminum internals. I like this. God top, combo top never fails to impress in any board. The spacebar has like a lot of volume now, and it almost feels like, yeah, it feels like deep in a way. I don't know. I think the spacebar is very well rounded in this. I like this combination. This is cool. I like this one here. Yeah, this sounds a lot like the V1. A lot like the V1. Well, okay. So far, I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with everything. I like this the most. I think this is the nicest of all the sound signatures. Let's try it with the brass, and then we'll do the top mount. And we'll just do the top mount with brass. I don't think the aluminum top mount will sound very good. I think it's going to be way too resonant. So we got two more different styles we're trying here. I like the previous mount better. Totally fair. Totally valid. Knock knock. Who's there, Adam? I'm scared to ask. Banana? Oh gosh. Alu top mount would sound like an anvil. Yeah, I kind of want to do a second build with this. I know he sent some extra parts. Maybe we can figure out a second stream day to do plastic top mount. It's Mars Cadet. Oh, I totally forgot to put one screw in. That is totally my fault. Or did I already unscrew that one? I'm not even sure. Oh, hold on a sec. And a half plate on this could be really cool too. I don't disagree. All right. This bit, I think, yes. Where's Evo? I told him the joke. Oh, what happened? Where's Evo? I told him that joke on this stream and he loved it. Hold on, I'll put some hand cream on. My hands are super dry right now, guys. Sorry. What cable am I using? It's from Ordinary Labs. Quick Alex, desolder the entire board, replace spacebar with cherry stab to save the build. I don't think the build needs saving. I just don't think we do combo stabs going forward. That's all. Oof, my hand is dry today, dude. Quick Alex mod me? I don't know if we mod anybody. Yeah, like, I don't think the spacebar sounds perfect. There's clearly something happening on the left and right side, like towards the edges. The spacebar was requested, guys. There's not much we can, this is not my build at the end of the day. You know, I could have never honestly predicted that it would sound a little funky. Don't forget, there's no real way to tell unless you plug it all in, because it sounded fine when we did our little test. And it actuated fine and all that stuff, so. Adam for mod, we will not be silenced. Bro, Adam's here like one day of the week per month. And you guys want to make him mod? That's crazy. Absolutely lunacy to me. Who's Adam? That's a great question. Who is Adam? What is Adam? When's the last time Chozo came here? I mean, Chozo's in every now and then. He's busy with his own life. People move on from hobbies. Totally fine. Apparently Adam, for real. Why is Adam? Chozo's in the Discord? Yeah, he really hangs out in the Discord. He still does his own YouTube stuff too. He makes like little, like, I guess Let's Plays, where he goes through like an entire game, like retro games usually. Chozo's allowed to be busy, but I'm not. Adam, just admit it, you're an icon here and people miss you, okay? Like, take the hint, all right, bro? You're an icon and people miss you here. I came across his video when looking for a System Shock plate walkthrough. Yeah, he did a whole System Shock series. Yeah, Adam, stop being mean. Now, the brass internal piece. Shall we see what this sounds like? The sleeve of your cable is silicone? Yes, it is very nice, actually. I really like the silicone cable. I grew in it in a tube. I love Chozo's playthroughs. I never watch gaming videos anymore, but I'll watch his every so often. His commentary is goated. Yeah, he does make some pretty interesting commentary on everything, which is fun. You totally put me on silicone cables. Dude, they feel so much like, I don't know, just silicone cables just look better to me too. Like, they're very clean, they're very minimal. So I'm here for them. All right, what do you guys think of the board so far? What do you guys think? Sound-wise, I still prefer the combo. I like the sound profile of it. I think it's a bit more unique. I, again, kind of like the V1. I don't personally, like, absolutely like adore the O-ring config on TKL, but I think that's just an O-ring TKL thing for me. But I think the combo is what made me like the Cloudline in the first place. Yeah, like, I like this. It does sound nice, like, the combination. A little less resonance. A lot more volume to everything. Yeah, it sounds like the Cloudline now. Like, this is what I liked about it in the first place, other than the design. So, okay, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the combination mount. Office approved. Oh, this would be loud. Seabass, thank you so much for the tier 1. Will you do a tier list that I sent? Oh, what is it? I don't know if I prefer this one or the combo mount with the aluminum. I think both the combo mounts were fun. I think I prefer the brass combo. Now we're just going to try regular schmegular Italian brain rot animals. We're going to try regular schmegular, what's it called here? Top mount. Which I don't know if I'm going to like, but we'll see. Aluminum top mount has too much resonance. Yeah, I'd also be curious to see how this sounds with the plastic plate. I think the plastic plate might be the move here. But we shall see. Okay, now to get rid of, I'm gonna take all these out, smooth this up. Yeah, we're gonna remove the O-ring right now. We're doing, I'm trying to do like literally every combination that I can for you guys right now without disassembling the actual PCB combo. Alex, are you using Windows or Mac OS right now? Is it Linux? I'm using Mac OS. Mac OS is the thing I typically use the most for working. I just like my Mac work environment. Oh, foot on You should make a chatter tier list template. Why don't you make me one and we'll go from there. Huh, Adam? Alright, let's take this out. All the, okay, let's get rid of this. Take this out. Too many names? And you want me to do it and you don't want to do it yourself? Oh my gosh. I think it's a popular board. I don't know. I feel like we've had a few more viewers these days. Maybe more people are getting into keyboards. But I feel like people are here for the board. I'd love it if people stay around though and maybe they like the vibe. But I feel like the last week or two there's been a little bit more viewers in keyboards, which is kind of fun. Hopefully we get to see that more often. The best vibe. Thanks guys. I love the vibe. It's always good to see new faces. Everyone's coming out of hibernation. Maybe a little bit. My first stream in 2 years? Really? Is it mainly for the keyboard? The hobby seems to be getting more traction. Do you think so as of recent? That's good to know though. I do feel like some people are falling back into keyboards again. New year, new money for keeps. Oh my gosh. Sunday streams are the best as well. Catching up while cleaning the condo. Honestly, that's a good combo. I usually put on a stream or something or a movie or anything while I'm cleaning as well, which is going to be my task today. So, your videos have been a background noise for a little while, and I'm tuning in live. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear. I like seeing people around. Like it's fun, and I'm glad people still enjoy, you know, me and the keyboard scene. So. How much to go clean shaven? Bro, are you for real right now? I don't want to do that. Adam, leave me alone. I don't want to do that, please. Been here for 7 months and I'm loving it. I'm glad. Dude, I play the old VODs on YouTube while I'm driving. It's like a podcast. I've been told people think it's like a podcast. So that's really good to see too. I gave them the hobby, but then your videos about that KBD fans board popped up my YouTube feed and I got dragged in. Oh, the agar? The agar is nice. I mean, we're using it today. It's nice. I'm waiting until I get a replacement piece because I don't know. I think for the agar that I tested, it's not the PCB that doesn't work. It's the connector, the pogo pin. I think the daughter board is just faulty on the one that they sent me. And the moment they send me a replacement piece for that, I am going to be using the agar very often because the sound signature was very up my alley. So, the KBD found boards that's brown and looks good but sounds bad. Oh, which one? Wait, which one again, Blay? Okay, now I'm confused. Which one is that one? I feel like we've done a few KBD fans boards recently. I might go to a meetup next week here in Toronto, but I don't have anything else like I planned on going to meetup wise. Okay, here is the top mount now. This is not a combination. This is just purely top mount. Actually, this sounds really good in top mount config. Okay, let's give this a go. Plug this in and type some stuff actually. No contender. All right, I do feel like the top mount sounds a little better since last time. I don't know if it's like the weight distribution on the inside or the PC spacers. Yeah, I was about to say that usually. Ooh, that does sound the best out of all three, I think. Oof. Yeah, this sounds the best out of all three. This is only top mount. With the brass internal. Okay, I think top mount wins for me out of all these. By like a landslide. I really like the pitch of everything on all the keys. Everything on top mount sounds really good. Oops, sorry. This with a plastic plate for me would be my ideal sound signature. I already know how this would sound in a plastic plate config with these particular switches. I mean, it feels like a top mount. It's just the plastic spacers don't add any sort of, softness or anything. So don't expect that with this. But I would say top mount's my favorite. The combo mount was second, just like the original Cloudline. Unfortunately, I'm not compared to the others, I wouldn't probably pick just the O-ring. I think the modifiers sound a little bit shallow or boring with the O-ring mount. So not my huge cup of tea here, but the combo was really fun. If you're looking for something a lot deeper, the combination slapped. I think that sounded really good too. But no, I've had longer streams. I think this is just one of the few streams where we wanted to try literally 7 different configurations. I hope this was helpful, by the way. The EC Agar's nice. We've done 4-hour streams before. This is just standard top mount at this point here. Standard top mount. Interesting. Interesting learning abilities. Interesting learning, moments here. Super helpful stream for sure. Yeah, I'll be putting this on YouTube. I'll have Manoli edit it this week. I'm sure he'd love to edit this. You can just turn off the LED. I just don't know the combination to turn it off right now. I really regret pushing for Mars Cadet. Now I need a blue board. It does look cool on the board. I think it grew on me. So, at the end of the day, final thoughts with this. I do think, sound-wise, this is a small improvement over the V1. Mainly because I feel like I actually like the top mount a lot this time. Before, I think it was the combination that I really liked. Or at least that's what I settled on as my final, this is what I like about this board. Again, I think the weakest part about this board is probably going to be the O-ring mounts. Although, some of you guys said you preferred it. So, again, this is very preference-based. Extremely, extremely preference-based. The design on this is 10 times better than the original. I like having all the fun elements on the outside of the keyboard, not hidden away on the inside, which will never see the light of day. At least if I want to, I can look. Pricing on this board is exactly what I expected. It's expensive, but I mean, you're getting a lot here. This is a really nice board. The price went down a lot. Do you think that's just MOQ? I think they did mention this is going to be one of the biggest runs they do for JGW, so probably. Maybe something to do with MOQ. Maybe something to do with some other stuff here, but I'm not too sure. But overall, again, I am just a fan of JGW stuff. I think this turned out great. It's a looker. It looks really good. Very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. And then you guys wanted to see some more of the play trays, right? Hold on. Here, we'll take a look at the other 2 play trays. Oh wow, this is a blue. This is a little bit different from this, but goddamn. Shout out from the US. This is the first time viewing, but I'll be using your video to build my Tiger Light. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in here. Ball spin? I'll do it on this last one here. We'll do, for the keyboard giveaway tomorrow, we'll do one of these play trays. I knew you guys would really want that. Ooh, this is a pretty color. I think this might be my favorite out of all the colors here. Here, we'll do a ball spin. Very nice. And a pen pop. Okay. Pen pop it is. Cool. Very cool. All right. And just again, because I feel like maybe I didn't iterate enough, this was not a sponsor stream or anything like that. This is not paid for. This is just me trying out the board. I just really like JJW's stuff. He offered to let me build his personal unit, so we are building it. Where the fuck is my pen? Here it is. Alex, your desk is kind of tilted. Thanks, in it. God damn it, bro. Can you test out the different O-rings? If you guys don't mind, can we do that tomorrow? Actually, don't even... What do they even do? We're doing a build stream tomorrow. I'll post the schedule later tonight or first thing in the morning tomorrow. But it'll be 7 p.m. tomorrow, so 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys. I'm a little bit tired right now. I'm a little socialed out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Is Manoli streaming? Let's go raid Manoli. Actually, I don't think I can copy paste with this board because it's not set up for Mac. But where is what's his username now? Just Manoli Visuals? Hold on. Is it just Manoli? Let me see. Call me Manoli. Damn, I forgot. Hold on. It's just call me Manoli. All right, guys. Enjoy. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. I can build my personal unit sometime soon, but I probably won't have a spot for it until like next month. But that's the V1. I think I got the blue one of the V1 as well. I don't remember what color it even is. I just have never had a time to build it. I think mine actually has a scratch on it from when I ordered it from Cannon Keys. Not anyone's fault. I just never... one of the screws like came loose or something. I just never got it fixed. So I just been... Unfortunately, like things slip and then I just forgot and now I can't get it fixed. But it's okay. I don't really care. It's the tiniest little scratch. Should have gone with Holy Manoli. That's a funny name. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. Hopefully all the combinations and different attempts at this was insightful to see which one you like the best. But thank you guys for tuning in. Love you and see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.